You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC Tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
Hogs throw it in over the defense. Down the lane with a one-hand jam. That was the dunk of the year.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
I don't know if I've had a more rewarding season. This ranks right up there, and it's not over.
This is Hog Reaction.
Just when I think I am out, that team pulls me back in. Arkansas loses today, 83-80 in the second round of the SEC tournament. But let me tell you something. That team fight you and fight you and fight you. With a minimum of 6 players that they had on the bench. They were dealing with injuries, some foul problems. But that is where we begin Hog Reaction on this Thursday. If you'd like to get in on the program, it's 877-377-6963. That is the phone number. I have sat next to DQ, who is here. The Boy Wonder will join us here in 5-10 minutes or so.
It'll be a little longer.
Will it? Okay.
Cal has not started yet.
Get out of town. I mean, we're talking about 40 minutes after this thing ended.
It'll be about 3:30.
Okay,
I'm being told.
Okay, so the Boy Wonder will join us here in about 30 minutes. I've sat next to DQ for 2 games through this SEC tournament. Now I'm going to put aside her aversion to the bounce pass. And by the way, shout out to Reverend Tanner, who on the and one to Adu pointed out that it was a bounce pass. DQ knows her stuff. She sees things before they happen. She sees things while they're happening. So we're going to get her thoughts on this. Certainly want your thoughts as we go along here. Red from Van Buren says they've got a chance if Thero comes back and Big Z is done. We had a very long conversation about Big Z yesterday after he hurt his thumb, and we had a conversation today. I don't think he's done. I just think there are games where he's going to play where he's going to be mismatched, or it'll be a bad matchup for him, and there will be nights where he's a mismatch for the teams that he plays. Today was one of those days. Ole Miss's bigs were too good. They were big. They were physical, and he wasn't at 100%.
I mean, yeah, and it gets to a point when right now you would prefer to have Adu. You want him instead. You trust him for some reason now, even though for
that's a great way
the
of putting it.
entire season,
right?
People did not like watching him play, and he wasn't doing the best. But right now, you would rather have Jonas than have Z out there.
Jonas Adu has played very well in these 2 games. He looks healthy. For the first time all season, it looks like he's mobile and he's healthy. We went back and forth on the foul that fouled him out, whether or not that was an actual foul or not. But I thought Jonas Adu acquitted himself quite well for 2 games here in Nashville. They're going to need him going forward.
Yeah.
Now you've got a week to get ready, at least a week to get ready and get ready for the tournament next week.
I mean, that's another thing I noticed right off the bat, because they had a pretty long time right at the beginning of the game before there was any stoppage, and Z just looked tired. He that's not really an excuse because he knows that he was going to play for if they wanted to win the whole thing 5 days in a row. But I think at 17 minutes maybe, that's when the first break happened, and he looked dead at the top.
Matt Jones and I pointed that out when he wasn't playing a ton of minutes. We did a Hog Reaction in the middle of February sometime, and it was that stretch where he was playing a lot of heavy minutes, and then he just looked, his legs looked dead. Mm-hmm. It just looked like he wasn't very, very comfortable. I think the injury had something to do with it. All in all, I mean, you're down to 6 guys at the end, 5 guys at the end when Adu goes out. Got a chance to win the ball game, and Matt and Fayetteville text in free throws. Yeah. Brazil can't go 0 for 2 in that spot ever.
Yeah.
That right there, I mean, you're at the line with a reasonable chance to put yourself in a position to win the game, and you go 0 for 2. Then you give up an open 3.
They should have fouled him or something.
Something, yeah. A lot of confusion. Now, they didn't have a timeout. They'd run out of timeout, so you couldn't set anything up. And, the guy who probably had the worst game for Ole Miss comes through in the clutch, and they're going to be moving on. So somebody just texted in that Ole Miss is a better program top to bottom. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think Arkansas acquitted themselves quite well, actually. And look, I've been out on this team more times than most of y'all have. But they will fight you, and they will fight you to the very end. And that's something that you can work with going forward. They're not the most talented team in the league. They're certainly not the deepest team in the league.
Yeah.
And at times, they get so scattered with what they're doing offensively. I mean, you look at the first couple of minutes of the game, would they get down 9-0 before they call a timeout?
Yeah, it was 9-0.
They looked very out of sorts. But then you go on that massive run, 32-11, 35-11, whatever it was, to get the lead. You had a 7-point lead.
Yeah. And I think at that point, I mean, you knew their big lead wasn't going to stay. Like, you know that Ole Miss was going to come back and bring it to a close game. But I don't know. I don't even want to say the free throws were the thing that lost the game.
Well,
I just don't know. It's what didn't help, but
they struggled from the line tonight. At one point in the closing minutes, they were 14 out of 22. They went 21 of 32. That's 66%. That'll kill you, especially when you're at the line with a couple of seconds left, 7 point whatever seconds left.
It was 7.2, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And you go 0 for 2. That's just not a spot where, if it were a freshman, that's one thing. Trevor Brazil's been around. This isn't his first rodeo. You simply can't. You got to get 1 out of 2 at the very least. Give yourself the lead.
Yeah.
It's tough.
That was tough.
Let's read some of these texts that have come in at 877-377-6963. That's on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. You can text the show. You can call the show. It's the same number. Brandon from Paris says, I feel like the Hogs should have went to the smaller line earlier, especially with whatever Z has going on. I thought their most effective player for 35 minutes was Jonas Adu.
Yeah. I would say having him in that because he had, I think, 17 points, which was really high for even what he's been doing lately. So that's high. You got the most out of him as you could. And then, he fouls out with a questionable foul.
There was more in the first half, more banging in the first half that they didn't call than that particular foul. I agree with you there.
Richmond had a good game. He has sometimes you kind of want to pull your hair out watching the way he plays sometimes, but I'd say because we were talking about it, do you put Richmond in or do you put Adu in or Z in at that 4-minute mark? Mm-hmm. And you're right, you put Richmond in because they're the reason it was that close to begin with. And you wouldn't have gone that with Z.
As poorly as Z was playing, you could have been out of the game by the time you got Richmond back in. John's text in, unpopular opinion, we needed to lose. More rest benefits us than losing to Auburn and someone getting hurt or more tired. Needed to? No. I'll agree that this doesn't necessarily hurt you as far as your NCAA seating or standings. It's not going to do anything to you in that regard. Does it? But needed to lose? Absolutely not. You go in, you try to win the game. If it happens, great. If not, you head home and you rest up.
I think that's just something fans say to make themselves feel a little better.
Okay.
Because, they wanted to win or they would have just given up at halftime.
Derek and Harrison Sexton shouldn't have gone for the score so early, gave them too much time. Go at 4 and get a putback, get fouled, or go to OT. Derek and Harrison. Tough to do when you're on the floor. You take the shot when you get it.
And I've seen a couple texts saying that they should have given Wagner the ball to shoot. He was not on today. So there was no evidence that Wagner was going to give you. He just had a lot of shots today, and he missed. He did.
Hacker Sexton, whoever texted the Ole Miss that Ole Miss has a better program top to bottom deserves an insta block. We're not blocking anybody today. Matter of fact, we're gonna free some people in a little bit. This is what Hog Reaction is. It's just your instant reaction. You can call or text 877-377-6963. Then it's the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. BA Hog has texted in. DB missed his last 2, but the rest of the team missed 9 more. Just can't miss that many and win. Free throws have been a thing. They've either been really good or really bad all season long. I think the thing you take away from this is, look, if the Ole Miss was a lock to be in the tournament, Arkansas is a tournament team, and you shouldn't even sweat it. Because they hung with them for 39 minutes and 56 seconds.
They got to that 20-win mark, which is where you wanted them. So I think they're good. I don't know what the debate is about letting them in the tournament. I don't think there is a debate.
I don't think there is.
It's just people who hate Arkansas or hate that Cal is in Arkansas saying that they're not going to make the tournament.
Mr. Pibb said apparently Ty said this morning that they needed to lose.
Oh, Ty.
Ty also, and I just want to read this because I was on my way to take.
I cannot believe this text he sent you.
This is unreal because look, we make fun of Ty for a lot of things that he probably doesn't do, but what he does do are simply unbelievable.
Tie defender, but I can't
Right.
with it.
So I said, and I want to. This is a timestamp. By the way, he's going to join us in about 18 minutes. I sent this to him at 7:42 this morning, not figuring that he would answer me. I was taking my daughter to school. I said, I need you till 5, and I'm quoting myself here. DQ and I will take it after that. He says, you got it. I said, thank you. And I thought it was over.
God, it should have been over.
It should have been over there. But Ty then responded, let's see here, 1 minute. No, it was less than a minute later. Well, I sent that thank you text at 7:45. He said, Daddy will take care of you.
I don't know how you would ever text someone that. Especially a coworker.
Yeah, I got nothing here. So we'll do this. He'll be on in about 18 minutes. We'll get everything set up. So here's the lay of the land as we kind of navigate through this. We're going to do hog reaction up until about 5 o'clock, and then we'll DQ and I will do our normal stuff. DQ will have thoughts, and we'll talk about the baseball game, which has been moved, which I guess did now. I know DeBozart said 1:30. I'll look it up in a little bit. But the baseball game's been moved because the games all this weekend could be moved around. So, however you get your information, please pay attention to that. And then at 6 o'clock, we'll have a special encore presentation, which I'm really looking forward to, a special encore presentation of the Ruscin and Zach show. Back to the text line, the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Evan has texted, he says, as weird as this is to say, I almost get more worried about this team when they have a big lead. They don't seem to have an answer when they go to the half-court offense and burn clock. No, they don't. The one thing that I've noticed about them is that they don't have one guy. They had a guy, Boogie, that could break you down and get your own shot. They don't have a guy in the half-court that can break you down and get off a shot when things sort of bog down. They are a little in the half-court offense. I've said all year, their defense needs to lead the offense. You've got to get your steals, your blocks, your rebounds, your quick outs, and go. They're better when they do that. When they go to the stall ball and they're trying to work the clock, they turn it over a ton. And it's not Wagner's fault. It's not Knox's fault. They're not natural point guards. That's where Boogie comes in. But I thought they all played well today. I mean, 83-80, you lose on a buzzer beater. You can't really complain because you're playing a team that's really, really good. You can't complain about the result. They fought. I mean, they were down to 6 guys. At the end of this thing, they were down to 6 guys. And
with one of them, you didn't want to play.
Yeah, with one of them who was hurt. So you were literally down to 5 guys. And that was the toughest part of this, was watching them just sort of go through the motions. At the end of it, they looked tired. A tournament like this, first of all, I hate the fact that you would have to play 5 games in 5 days to win the conference title. I hate that idea because you don't do that in any other form.
Like, there's nothing to prepare you for that in your season or even in practice. There's absolutely nothing you can do to prepare a team to play 5 games 5 days in a row.
The last time these guys would have done that was when they were playing AAU ball.
Yeah.
When you play like 3 games in a day, something like that. There's nothing in the college game that's even similar to what you're doing. So if they had dead legs and showed up early, all right, I'm fine with that. But again, they will just fight you and fight you and fight you. And it's not always pretty. It's not always, how you want it to look. But they will fight you and they will keep fighting. And, tonight it just wasn't enough. This team, I said it way early in the year, this team reminds me of that 92-93 team, Scotty and Corliss' freshman year. They were like a player short. And, of course, we know what happened the next year. They're just a little bit short. Dan in Bentonville says, really better to lose that game, need to rest. Guys, I understand what you're saying, but you're not going in going, this, we need to lose this game. If you win, then you keep going through it. You can't hurt yourself going into Sunday night.
Tomorrow you play Auburn, so there would be a good chance you would be done after tomorrow anyway. So, I don't know. You may as well just lose, especially because it's just so good when you come back from a 15-point deficit. And I don't know.
Bruce in Nashville's texted with some good news. Ken Palm has Arkansas not making the NCAA tournament.
How?
Ken Palm.
How?
That will change over the weekend.
What is that reasoning?
Yeah, that will change over the weekend. It's just ridiculous. Chris Poto says, I was cheering, but honestly don't hate it. hoping for some disrespect and landing at an 11 seed gives you a 6 and a 3, and we bang threes. Again, I think we're trying to make ourselves feel better.
Yeah.
When you had the 7-point lead, you were sitting there going, we're going to do this. We're going to do this.
I don't know. I'm excited to watch them play someone not in the SEC for the tournament. Like, I'm just excited to see something else.
Okay. Dr. K wants to know DQ. He's a 10.
No.
All right.
I read that one earlier.
Okay. That's a no. Let's see here. When can we pick teams on the website for the NCAA tournament? Can we pick them Saturday night? No, the bracket doesn't come out till Sunday.
Yeah. Should be Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Monday's your guy. Monday's your day. Let's see here. We got Doug in Mountain Home. He says, no way Nelly should have been going to the basket that early. DJ was the one that needed the ball. Okay.
I disagree.
Okay, there you go. I'm telling you guys, we should have a viewing party with you just to hear you
You don't
talk.
want to hear me. I get really stressed out about it.
Yes, she does. But I'll give you credit for this, and I would have never done that while we were sitting in there. You were on certain things. You were on certain things. I was like, okay, all right, she knows what she's talking about. Now, again, we started off our show or the day today with controversy. When DQ came in, looked at what I was wearing and said, are you wearing anything that you paid for? The answer to that question is no, I am not. Everything that I am wearing today was free.
Yeah, it's really color coordinated.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
Kind of reminds me of
I get it.
yeah, like when middle school boys would wear
Well, that's not very nice.
well, I'm not saying that's you, but whenever they wore like the Under Armour neon yellow shirt and
Yep.
the Under Armour neon yellow shorts.
Okay. Let's see here. And the second part of it was when we've made a tradition around here during the SEC tournament at noon that you go get lunch about 11:30 right after the broadcast starts. We know everything's working. I go to lunch and I go grab something to eat. And DQ, now I have a certain affinity for pad thai, and you made fun of me for it.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that there are certain things that are for dinner and certain things that you eat for lunch. And pad thai is a for dinner thing. You went and got it for lunch.
I did. It was awesome.
11:30 a.m.
Yep, and I got a free iced tea and free crab rangoon out of the deal. Let's bring the boy Wonder in. Ty, do you even know what pad thai is?
It's fantastic. I'm currently raw dogging a hot dog right now. No ketchup or mustard or relish or anything.
An arena hot dog?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's not going to go well. Now, what is the appropriate time to eat pad thai?
Anytime.
Thank you,
DQ. I'm with Zach on this one. But wait,
Do you not think that's more of a lunch or a dinner thing?
No, it's as a man, I eat when I want, how I want,
and what you want.
Yeah, what I want.
Right.
Like, who cares? Like dinner, lunch, breakfast, it don't matter.
Evan wanted to know, are my socks and underwear free? The socks are, the underwear's not. So everything that I have on except my drawers it was free.
Awesome.
And it's color coordinated, I thought.
Ty, have you eaten any popcorn in the arena yet?
No, popcorn's not for Ty. Not good.
Are you an anti-popcorn guy?
Yeah, I don't really
That's
like
really disappointing.
I know it's National Popcorn Day, but I'm not really a popcorn guy.
Okay. Okay, so you were in the arena, gut punch at the end, but I thought, and DQ thinks, man, they'll fight you in a phone booth. You got their best effort. You're not going to see a scenario where you have to play back-to-back days again, where your legs are dead. I thought they acquitted themselves very well. I think they're despite what Ken Palm says, I think they're a solid tournament team.
Listen, Beard was more than complimentary about them after the game, saying seven guys will probably play in the NBA. He talked about them being a second weekend team 2 or 3 times in the press conference. If Arkansas gets the right matchup, they could wind up in the second weekend. Notice how I didn't use the forbidden words here on Ruscin and Zach. But
forbidden?
Forbidden.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think when it comes to Arkansas, like they just have these, and Tommy and I were talking about it, they just have these offensive lulls and stretches, and we're like, can you have one of those and overcome it today? And evidently they couldn't. Plus that sequence in the end, I felt bad for Trev. He misses those 2 free throws. He's played a lot better as of late, and then he gives up that shot. But that wasn't on him. I mean, freshman mistake for Billy Richmond. You got to guard the ball. Like, someone's got to stop ball. No one stopped ball. Trevin got there late, and Kid banged a 3. I mean, you got Smurf Marshall Henderson, who had hit a shot all day, who bangs the 3 at the end. Just, that was the worst possible ending to that basketball game took place.
Yep. It was. DQ, he's a 7, but he raw dogs arena hot dogs.
Gosh.
Okay. Jacob in Fort Smith wants to argue with you. He says he eats pad thai for lunch, extra crushed peanuts, and Thai hot. I went with
good.
I went duck sauce today. So
I feel like eating something super spicy for lunch is just not the way to go.
Let me tell you
Because then your
something.
stomach hurts the rest of the day, but you still have to go to work.
Something hit my system yesterday where I had to do what I hate to do in a bar restroom, which was just, and it was like I hadn't felt old in a while, but it was like going through my liver and my stomach. It was the weirdest feeling I think I've ever felt in regards to my whatever bowel movement or whatever. It was just bad all around. But
wow. Okay.
So
I just got a question from the University of Kansas. Do you think Arkansas makes the tournament? We're all in agreement they're in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought
no doubt. No doubt.
Before you got on, I told DQ, listen, if Ole Miss is squarely in the tournament, Arkansas's a tournament team.
Yeah, I mean Arkansas. You don't have to sweat on. I mean, Cal talked about it, and he said I'm not in the room, but he feels like he's done enough, and they don't. Arkansas fans don't have to sweat. I think it's just a matter of when they seed the Lexington portion of the bracket, where will you see your name called? I mean, I almost think it's an inevitability. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I really do believe Arkansas. Maybe I need to look at the seeds because I think that after today's loss, you're probably going to be a 10. Maybe a 10's not a possibility in Lexington. Maybe I'm off, but I just feel like I feel like it's a made-for-TV event. Derek hammered it yesterday. Tommy, I mean, that's where they're going to end up.
The committee has a sense of humor or a sense of irony when it comes to things like this. And that would make sense. Putting Cal back in Lexington, sending them to Wichita, Seattle, or wherever else doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But you send them to Lexington, you're going to draw a crowd.
Yeah, no question.
Why would you send someone a text at just after 8 in the morning that says, Daddy will take care of you?
Who was that to?
Me.
Well, yeah, because you said you needed help. So I said, Daddy will take care of you. Very facetiously. Evidently it didn't stick.
Abner, did we get that? Because that'll come back. Big Ron out of Van Buren's texted in, when in doubt, eat the spicy food no matter the consequences, be a man.
I'm with Abner.
Yeah.
DQ, I think I'm out. I'm usually very, very agreeable with DQ, but I think I'm out on this topic.
Yeah,
I'm with Zach on this.
I think this is 100% incorrect. But we will talk about this. We will talk about some basketball coming up. As we continue Hog Reaction till 5 o'clock, then we'll pick up with our normal fanfare. DQ's got thoughts and a whole bunch of other stuff. We'll even talk about the baseball game, which got moved, and we can't figure out what time it actually starts. We'll do that when we come back. You are listening to Hog Reaction on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC Tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyers has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyers and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyers, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Fat Tuesday has come and gone, but luckily there's still chalkboard specials at Fish City Grill in Rogers. I know Brett Brundage loves serving teams at the University of Arkansas. He also enjoys catering events, but his favorite thing is hanging out at the restaurant, bringing you those Cajun crawfish and shrimp tacos, or the chicken sandwich. For some of you, Lent started. Fish City Grill is the perfect Lent destination, and there's crawfish this month. Don't tell anybody. Fish City Grill in Rogers. Friendly folks, serious seafood.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Hey man, after this round, let's hit up BV65, that new barbecue spot in Bella Vista.
I thought that was a members-only place.
No, it's just like golf. All 4 Bella Vista POA restaurants are open to the public. You can check out BV65, Lake Point, BV Bar and Grill, and Highlands Pub and Patio.
Well, let's go. I'm starving.
Bella Vista POA, 4 great restaurants open to everyone with no membership required. Visit bellavistapoa.com/things-to-do/dining for details.
At Mach 1, being in the financial services sector, to me, integrity is, could be considered one of the most valuable, integral parts of who we are, because in this business, trust is everything.
Find an advisor who's invested in you at Mach1FG.com. Mach 1 Financial Group, LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. A copy of Mach 1's current written disclosure brochure is available through the SEC website and at disclosures.mach1fg.com.
This time of year, it's all about surviving and advancing. And when your vehicle takes a hit, you need a team that knows how to bounce back. Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body has been family owned and operated for over 40 years and is proud to be iCar Gold Class certified, putting them in the elite 15% of collision repair shops nationwide. For expert repairs that get you back in the game, call Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body at 479-751-3801 or go to CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. It's time to step up to the plate and get a big league haircut at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Whether you're gearing up for the game or just need a fresh cut, our all-star stylist will have you looking like a champ. Kick back in our big comfy chairs, catch the game on our ATVs, and enjoy a cold beer or root beer while we handle the rest. Book online at fantasysportscuts.com or call us at 935-3116. Walk-ins are always welcome, but if you're on a tight schedule, we recommend booking ahead. Fantasy Sports Cuts, where every haircut is a home run. Located at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
Experience the flavors of chef-inspired modern Ozark cuisine at Mockingbird Kitchen in the Evelyn Hills Shopping Center in Fayetteville. Now that the weather is perfect, dine on their patio and enjoy delicious, seasonally inspired dishes from signature favorites to nightly specials. They're open Wednesday for lunch and dinner, or if you prefer to stay in, you can order takeout and enjoy at home. Vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options are available. Make your lunch or dinner extraordinary at Mockingbird Kitchen, where great food meets great atmosphere. Mockingbird Kitchen, modern Ozark cuisine.
It's back! The Ultimate Challenge at Lewis Automotive, and it's bigger than ever. We're on a mission to sell 555 vehicles in the month of March, no matter what it takes. We've got more than 1,000 vehicles to choose from, more than $2 million in discounts, and we're not holding anything back. All month long, get up to $20,000 off MSRP or 0% financing on select models. Payments start at $199 a month. Find the ultimate selection, the ultimate discounts, the ultimate financing, and the ultimate amount for your trade. Only at the Lewis Automotive Group's Ultimate Challenge.
ESPN 99.5.
5 to shoot, 4 to shoot, step back, 3, got it! Wagner from 25 on the right wing.
Welcome back to Hog Reaction. Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC Tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
The final, Mississippi hits a buzzer beater. Unbelievable. I don't know. That guy had one of the worst shots. Sean Padula had a horrible game, and he comes up big at the last minute. DQ is here. I'm Zach Arns. Ty is in Nashville. Now, Ty, where exactly are you?
The media room. So
okay.
Kind of the bowels of Bridgestone Arena right now.
Right.
Just, just vibing with you guys for the next hour.
So now, are we out on is the rule now that we're out on the SEC tournament, like Arkansas lost, we can all just not pay attention to what happens the rest of the way?
Yeah, I really don't care that much, to be honest, about what occurs here in Nashville, Bridgestone from here on out. Auburn's going to be a 1 seed. Florida's going to be a 1 seed. I guess Alabama is probably that has the most to gain if they win out, and maybe Houston slips up, or maybe there's another, or Duke. It doesn't matter. I know Cooper Flagg hurt his ankle today, but I mean that's a lot.
Yes, he
for a 1
did.
seed too.
Yeah, he was left in a wheelchair. So
did he really? Ooh, that
could be a little bit difficult. Duke came. They were down double digits and came back and won the game 78-70. But got basketball on here in the studio. Colorado was pushing Houston for a while. Houston's kind of
go Buffs.
Yeah, well, Colorado's kind of remember they were Colorado. Houston's regained control of that one. But we were talking about hang on, let me read this text because it's from and you'll have to help me out with this. Number one hog hater in the state.
Yeah.
He says no excuse for missing those 2 free throws, and also no excuse for being dead-legged or tired. His job is to get them ready to play 40 minutes of basketball, whether they play that amount of blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. Arkansas outworked Mississippi. I was just looking through some of the stats. More offensive rebounds, more rebounds. Where they struggled was behind the arc. 31% from behind the arc. They went 7 of 22. That's, I think, where the legs started to show up. But look, they got off slow. They looked like they were a little slow off the jump. But, man, once they got it in gear and built that 7-point lead, I don't know how anybody else felt, but I was like, they're going to do this.
And then they either ran out of gas or things didn't go the right way. And that's going to be a commonly
losing Adu was huge.
Yeah, and I asked Jonas after the game, it's like, is that in your head? And he's like, no, I've been playing on. But it has to be. The reason I say that is because, like, it's not just that Jonas is as impactful as he is on the floor. It's the fact that Big Z is not playing good basketball right now. Him and Cal were kind of having, and I realize in the spirit of a game, like stuff gets emotional from time to time between a player and a coach. But I don't know if this was shown on the telecast, but I mean there was some yelling at each other. And listen, I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill. That happens between coach and player from time to time. But they're not on the same page right now for whatever reason. And so when you do lose Jonas or he's out for an extended period of time, the drop-off is pretty substantial. So Arkansas is going to have to deal with that. I mean, they played small ball for a good stretch of that game late. Trevin was basically playing the 5, and that I don't know if that's the best way that Arkansas basketball can win games, depending on just based on how they've been playing lately.
And we've got a couple of texts, and B's the latest one to send one in. What if you had Thero? What if you had? I'm not into the what if thing because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to split points and things. You don't just add statistics in. It doesn't work that way. But I think if you had, and I said this when we first, I don't remember where I said this, but they don't have a guy who can break you down and get his own shot. It seems like they're reliant, when they get into that half-court offense, they are reliant on picks and screens. They just struggle getting their own shot.
Yeah, I think some teams have that and some teams don't, and Arkansas's managed to win despite not having that go-to. I don't know if Cal thought that was going to be 100% Nelly. I like DJ when he gets to the rack and gets to the rim, and he shot the ball a lot better. Didn't have his best shooting outing today. But that, again, when you in those situations, you just have to be able to either dump the ball inside or give it to a guy up top and say, go get us out of this dry spell. And like you're saying, Zach, they don't necessarily have that. When Jonas goes out or when one guy in particularly hitting shots, Carter had a better game today than he's had lately, but there's too many just inconsistencies from this team to get a win against Ole Miss. At 15 turnovers, I think, which doesn't help any.
Doesn't help the cause.
Nope.
Robert from Bull Shoals has texted. He's calling you the ultimate mush. Tie goes behind enemy lines. Of course they lose. You were behind enemy lines yesterday.
They won yesterday.
They tried their hardest to lose, though.
Yeah, they gave it a good shot yesterday.
Well, listen, Robert, I will take blame for this. I realized when I was meeting my Ole Miss and LSU buddy at half what I was wearing today. And frankly, I'm surprised Tommy didn't just lay into me and give me a hard time. And he should have, because I would have done it if the shoe was on the other foot. I am legitimately wearing an Ole Miss pullover today. Now, I blame Tommy in the sense because he gave it to me. It is Ole Miss blue, and it has the Morning Rush logo and our ESPN Arkansas logo, but I just realized as I walked in my Ole Miss buddy, I'm just like, I'm literally wearing Ole Miss colors right now, which is not a good thing when you're playing the Rebs. And so I do apologize for that, Robert. Maybe I jinxed him today by wearing this crap.
Well, BE, I think it summed it up for all of us, you jackass. So there you go.
My dad claimed he was the one who jinxed it because he was listening.
You know what? I like this. People taking the blame.
Taking accountability.
Standing up. We don't see a lot of that in our society now.
This is going to sound, don't take it this way, DQ, but what are you wearing in Ole Miss? What are you wearing today?
I thought about wearing an Ole Miss one because I was like, Arkansas just needs a little extra luck today. But then I thought it would look really bad. to come on to
Just to be on the our video stream and
Yeah.
you just be in an Ole Miss sweatshirt. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Gavin wants to know what's your record behind enemy lines? It's below 500.
Basketball, so football, it's not good. Well, it's because the football team's not been good since 2021. But basketball, it's actually, I mean, it's pretty stinking good. When you think about the NCAA tournament runs that are musts, I can't defend my football record, but basketball-wise, it's been pretty successful.
Okay. Here's the text of the 479. This team has a fighter instinct. They scratch and fight for sure, but they don't have the killer instinct. They can't keep keep their foot on the neck and just keep stomping. I think they ran out of gas. I really do. I think they ran out of gas today.
Is that just going to be our cliche phrase? Are we good? Is that a crutch if this team loses next weekend on Thursday or Friday that they ran out of gas?
No, it's a fact. You cannot play teams like this that can send players in and match you with five or six guys. You can't do it. You can't do it.
I don't have stat broadcast up. I don't know how many.
What's your
Ole
question?
Miss guys. Well, I was going to see how many Ole Miss guys played today, and I know
they were
missing
saying on the TV only like 7 were playing there too.
They played 8.
But they had options to play more.
They played 8. 7 of them played over 20 minutes.
And Big Z, how many minutes did Big Z get? Because that was a big lopsided differential. I mean, he basically came in the game. There was a turnover because I don't think he came to the ball hard enough or quick enough, and then he got yanked out. So Big Z ended up with 8 minutes. So the lowest minute total outside of Big Z was Jonas, and now the only reason he played 28 minutes because he fouled out. So yeah, listen, I don't want to be. I hate participation trophies. I hate when people talk about how great the regular season is, and when you get bounced in first round of the postseason or in your own regional or and lose a bowl game or anything like that. But like it was good they lost today. And I hate saying that. I hate Ole Miss. I hate that university. I hate Hotty Toddy. I hate Smurf Marshall Henderson that hit the shot at the end. But they didn't, you don't need that extended time in your legs. I don't care what anyone says about these kids are in the best shape of their life. These kids are used to playing 7 or 8 down the stretch. You say that when they played 10, 11, 12 guys during the majority of the non-conference season and then some of the season. It's not an apples to apples conversation at all. It's just stupid. So, I mean, again, I hate that university in Oxford, but it's going to be a positive that they lost this game today.
Smack Daddy wants to know: do you have different business cards with different logos based on win or lose?
No, but I think Ruskin's kind of disappointed he's missing today. 1, because they lost. I know he loves doing shows after losses. 2, he can't make fun of the positive imaging that we've got, which Colton always does a great job with, by the way. I'm not making
You throw around the word great way too often.
But, okay, it does a really
He
good
does
job.
the imaging.
Well, Colton does a good job.
Thank you, DQ.
I actually asked him this morning because we had one that said they survived in advance.
Oh, gosh.
So maybe it's my fault because I asked Colton to send me some more just in case.
That's smart.
That we didn't have survive in advance.
I think that would sting a little bit. A little bit.
Colton does a good job.
Abner pointing out this is an opportunity for you who works in sales. Ran out of gas. You can get a local petroleum company to sponsor that day. See, team ran out of gas.
I thought, well, petroleum is their biggest competition is the train, and I'm thinking based on what you and Derek conjured up yesterday that I won't be getting to the next location by car. It will be by train out of Little Rock. If I had to guess.
Look, I've done that. I don't advise it.
Sounds horrible.
It's one of the worst experiences of your life. I spent 48 hours on a train. It sucked.
That sounds
and I was just going home at Thanksgiving when I was in school. It's awful. Don't do it.
Do
not do it.
Was that from Fayetteville to
that was from
Charlottesville?
I left Pine Bluff at 11 o'clock.
Where are you from in Virginia again?
Richmond.
Okay, so Pine Bluff, Arkansas to Richmond, Virginia, and that took you 2 days?
Yes.
That sounds horrible.
Well, they decided to take the scenic route and go to Chicago first.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it was awful.
You went north? Oh,
yes.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Some of us, including Robert from Bull Shoals, who is calling you the ultimate mush, think you probably deserve this.
The Ole Miss loss?
Well, no, the trip on the train.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
It gives you time to think.
Yeah. Think about what you did.
There's a lot of things that will be the scariest of Sundays ride home because, I mean, either Arkansas is going to lose or win, and so I'll get hammered either way. So that will just be, my head will be throbbing, and the train tracks will be just like pounding the oh gosh, that just sounds horrible.
It's one of the worst experiences of your life, I promise you. We'll talk about that, and we'll get back to the game and the SEC tournament, which is rolling on right now. With your two favorite teams, Texas A&M and Texas, playing each other. There are no winners there. Any sprained MCLs wouldn't break anybody's heart. We'll talk about that when we come back. You are listening to Hog Reaction on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
Walk-Ons is always a win, whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner. Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into their mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
At Mach 1, being in the financial services sector, to me, integrity is, could be considered one of the most valuable, integral parts of who we are because in this business, trust is everything.
Find an advisor who's invested in you at Mach1FG.com. Mach 1 Financial Group, LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. A copy of Mach 1's current written disclosure brochure is available through the SEC website and at disclosures.mach1fg.com.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson, and I've got some exciting news to tell you about with CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers in both Russellville and in Fayetteville. After careful consideration and a lot of research, Keith Wilson and his team have decided to start cooking fries in beef tallow. They're always striving for the best quality, satisfaction, and to give you the best French fries. Experience them for yourself. CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers. When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best. And let me tell you, the fries are too.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. It's time to step up to the plate and get a big league haircut at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Whether you're gearing up for the game or just need a fresh cut, our all-star stylist will have you looking like a champ. Kick back in our big comfy chairs, catch the game on our ATVs, and enjoy a cold beer or root beer while we handle the rest. Book online at fantasysportscuts.com or call us at 935-3116. Walk-ins are always welcome, but if you're on a tight schedule, we recommend booking ahead. Fantasy Sports Cuts, where every haircut is a home run. Located at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
Mornings can be busy, but don't start your day on an empty stomach. Head over to Einstein Brothers Bagels, where every bite is a win. From fresh baked bagels and signature schmears to hot, savory breakfast sandwiches, Einstein Brothers has everything you need to fuel your day, whether you're headed to work, class, or just need a delicious pick-me-up. Feeding a crowd? Einstein Brothers also offers catering, perfect for the office or home. Visit today and grab your breakfast essentials. Einstein Brothers Bagels, where champions eat breakfast. Find your nearest location at einsteinbros.com.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Mama, Dad, Jackie Ferry.
479.
479.
521.
521.
4220.
4220.
Hey, man, after this round, let's hit up BV65, that new barbecue spot in Bella Vista.
I thought that was a members-only place.
No, it's just like golf. All 4 Bella Vista POA restaurants are open to the public. You can check out BV65, Lake Point, BV Bar and Grill, and Highlands Pub and Patio.
Well, let's go. I'm starving.
Bella Vista POA, 4 great restaurants open to everyone with no membership required. Visit bellavistapoa.com/things-to-do/dining for details.
It's back, the ultimate challenge at Lewis Automotive, and it's bigger than ever. We're on a mission to sell 555 vehicles in the month of March, no matter what it takes. We've got more than 1,000 vehicles to choose from, more than $2 million in discounts, and we're not holding anything back. All month long, get up to $20,000 off MSRP or 0% financing on select models. Payments start at $199 a month. Find the ultimate selection, the ultimate discounts, the ultimate financing, and the ultimate amount for your trade. Only at the Lewis Automotive Group's Ultimate Challenge.
ESPN 99.5.
5 to shoot, 4 to shoot, step back, 3, got it! Wagner from 25 on the right wing.
Welcome back to Hog Reaction. Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC Tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
83-80, the final score. Ty Richardson is in Nashville. 33-27, the halftime score tie. Texas leads Texas A&M. Your thoughts?
Rodney Terry's coaching for his job right now in an NCAA tournament bid. It would be the most Texas A&M thing to screw this up. I mean, I saw Texas A&M fans saying that, we get to fire Rodney Terry today, and it looks like that might not happen. We'll see.
I call him Gustavo Fring because he looks like Gus from Breaking Bad.
I have still not seen that.
What?
I guess I need to.
My daughter was watching yesterday at lunch.
Isn't she like 12?
My daughter 13.
That's kind of fringe. DQ, thoughts?
It's not great.
I watched Poltergeist when I was 6.
Yeah, look how you turned out.
That's fair. That's very fair. 83-80 the final. I think if we're taking a vote here, all three of us believe that Arkansas is in the big dance. Yes?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think it's a question.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth the
Now Ken Palm says they're out. Now
Ken Pomeroy is wrong.
Okay. Now you do have to take into account chaos that goes on around them. It could push them down the rankings a little bit. I think they win one, but I don't think they're getting out of the first weekend. That second game, if you're in a 10 or an 11, you're going to run into a really good team in that second round. I think that's going to be that's going to be really, really difficult when you're playing with 6 or 7 guys. But I do think they get one. I think they're good enough to get one. That second one, the second one I think is a jump ball.
You got at least a full week's rest. You think about they're either going to be set up to play next Thursday or Friday.
Best case is for them, they play Friday, Sunday.
Yeah, I asked, and I agree. I asked Cal after the game. I was like, Coach, do you guys have anything in mind for maybe doing something at your house with the U of A? And he said they talked a little bit. And I know his singular focus was on Ole Miss, but I mean, it was kind of odd not to have that last year. I don't know, I think they did things at the university all 3 times, maybe at his house once, but I think fans kind of want to see their team obviously celebrate and the watch party, and then obviously if they can make the trek out to wherever they go, then it's going to happen. What percentage is Lexington? I guess I got to look at and see what actually seeds are out in Lexington, Kentucky, but what percentage are they going to send the Hogs to that, like 70? Is that high, Zach?
Oh, NCAA first round games are weird to me.
Yeah.
And we're going back 30 years, but they used to hold them in our hometown, and they would always have like Virginia or JMU or Virginia Tech would be in there, and you would draw flies in the first round. It's a little bit different now. I think if you had here's the other thing is if it was Friday and Sunday in Lexington, you could probably get the crowd that has to work. You might be able to draw them in one day. You'd have a big crowd on Sunday. Yeah, if it's the second round, if it's the second weekend, it's different. I don't know what to expect. Do I think Rupp Arena, if he was there, would be full? No. Do I think Razorback fans are going to fill up Wichita? No. I think you're probably going to get capacity at like 3/4 full, something along those lines, which is a good first round site. I just don't think you're going to see people trying to squeeze through doors to get in.
That's fair. I think that's probably a good way to
even when they were rolling in the 90s. I mean, they played a first round over in Tulsa, and it was probably 3/4 full.
That's fair.
And you sometimes you save your money for the second round. Not everybody can afford to go to every round, so maybe you save it for the second round, the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight, that.
From the guy that just said they're not making it out of the
I'm just saying. I mean, that would be my mindset: is do I want to see them the first weekend or the second weekend?
Yeah.
JT says, if 11 or 12 teams from the SEC get into the tournament, how would the team that finished 9th in the SEC not get in? Again, I think we're all in. I don't know what Ken Palm's up to, but they right now say Arkansas is on the outside looking in.
All right, Ken Pomeroy is wrong on this. There's no and I don't often bash Ken because I've followed his side for I don't know, a decade maybe. But he's incorrect. They will be an NCAA tournament team come Sunday night, a little after 5 o'clock, and all you'll have to decide is, can I go, and am I flying or driving?
Or taking the train in your case.
Yeah, we're taking the train in my case. Thank you.
Okay, so now what? Now we're out on the tournament for the rest of the weekend. Nobody cares. You're leaving the building. You're not going back.
I mean, I might check in, but it's not appealing to me. I think the majority of our audience, and I could be wrong, I mean, they care about the Razorbacks. And if the Razorbacks are in, they're intrigued by who they can match up against. I think March Madness is a little different. You've got your bracket invested, you've got bets and other things. But there has been a little bit of loss of interest from conference tournaments. And I think coaches saying certain things hasn't helped with anything. Chris Beard said in this wasn't a shot at Cal. I didn't feel like, because he was very complimentary of Cal and his team, but he's like, we came here to win this thing, and I'm paraphrasing. And I don't think every coach has the mentality. I don't blame him for that, but that is a difference.
It is unusual, and look, Ole Miss isn't going to win the national title, but if you can get an SEC title on your way into the tournament, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you take that. Listen, Arkansas is in a situation next week where you should be confident about your team, because Cal is. I don't think that's for show. I don't think he's putting on a face. I think he likes his team right now. I think he's figured it out, as he often does with his team down the stretch. Now, I hammer the one NCAA tournament win in 4 years because it's valid. And
it's also a fact.
Fact, which some people like to avoid facts. It's a fact. And I hope he breaks it this year. I hope they bust through and get through, but you can tell. You know how sometimes you're around a coach and you can tell by their demeanor. Like, they might say one thing, but it means it's completely different from what he actually means. Like, I think he's 100% authentic that he believes in his team. So now you got to get the right bounce, hopefully the right draw, and see what happens starting next weekend.
All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. Is Boogie back next week? Because I know he alluded to it, but he wouldn't say one way or another.
My understanding, based on what he said, is that Boogie and Nadeau could only return not next weekend, but the weekend after. I mean, that's how I took it. Now, I could have interpreted that incorrectly. I often interpret mixed signals incorrectly. DQ, you could probably affirm that from some of the things I've asked you about with questions. DQ's a good advice person. I run this by her, and she says this or that. It's helpful from time to time, but yeah, that's
DQ is a good advice person.
Yeah, like hey, what do you think about this girl or that? You run things by her. It's a good. You could use the help. I mean, just run something by her.
No. She's very judgy, so we don't. I don't seek her advice very often.
You need the truthfulness in your life, brother.
No, trust me, I got the truth. I got a 13-year-old teenager with no filter.
You talk to your 13-year-old daughter about this stuff?
When I get dressed, if she goes, "Ooh, Dad, no," then I know.
That's funny.
Yeah. Today, I walked in and I was judged for my clothing.
I wasn't judging you.
Yeah, you were.
I'll send a video or a picture to my 3 bonus sisters and my bonus mom and be like, yo, what do you think? And it's either met with I love it or it's like no. Like just an immediate
just an immediate no. Don't do that. And they let the cowboy hat and that shirt slide?
I don't necessarily I don't always send them the stuff, but from time to time I will question when I'm not 100% confident in something. I will ask them.
That's fair.
All right, confident when I wear the cowboy hat.
We'll pick all of this up on the other side. Ty's wardrobe and DQ's fashion advice. We'll have that on the other side. You are listening to Hog Reaction on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC Tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Robert.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Hey, do y'all know what time it is?
It's about 2:30.
Summertime?
It's that and a whole lot more.
And no matter what's happening, the Stadium Shop has what you need.
We have the best selection for showing off your Razorback spirit while on vacation, even Razorback swim trunks.
Graduations, anniversaries, birthdays, we have what you need for your event.
And we have what you need for that trip to Omaha.
Even a new line of hard shell luggage.
Also, Omaha tees, flags, bases, loaded hats, and the boppers.
And you can get them here at the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium. Or you can check us online at those WWNs.
Dad, let me do that before you hurt yourself. He's talking about our website, shoponrazorback.com.
And if you can't reach us there, call us at 479-STADIUM.
All from the only family, alumni-owned and operated Razorback store.
South of the North Pole.
Dad, please.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hawks.
It's back! The ultimate challenge at Lewis Automotive, and it's bigger than ever. We're on a mission to sell 555 vehicles in the month of March, no matter what it takes. We've got more than 1,000 vehicles to choose from, more than $2 million in discounts, and we're not holding anything back. All month long, get up to $20,000 off MSRP or 0% financing on select models. Payments start at $199 a month. Find the ultimate selection, the ultimate discounts, the ultimate financing, and the ultimate amount for your trade. Only at the Lewis Automotive Group Ultimate Challenge.
Hey, man, after this round, let's hit up BV65, that new barbecue spot in Bella Vista.
I thought that was a members-only place.
No, it's just like golf. All 4 Bella Vista POA restaurants are open to the public. You can check out BV65, Lake Point, BV Bar and Grill, and Highlands Pub and Patio.
Well, let's go. I'm starving.
Bella Vista POA, 4 great restaurants open to everyone with no membership required. Visit bellavistapoa.com/things-to-do/dining for details.
Join the All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater in March for all the madness and catch every game. With wall-to-wall TVs, keeping up with your bracket is easy. And while you're here, celebrate St. Patrick's Day with new featured cocktails, perfect for toasting those big wins. From 8 to 10 p.m. every night, enjoy half-price appetizers during Appy Hour. Visit the allamericansteakhouse.com or download the app to reserve your event room or order curbside pickup and delivery. The All-American Steakhouse on Sunset in Springdale, where great food and big games come together.
You're not a true Razorback fan until you've tasted Tusk by Goat Lab Brewery, the official craft brewery of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Cool, crisp, and confidently brewed by Arkansas alumni, every sip of Tusk supports your Razorback athletes through the NIL. Get Tusk from your local package store, restaurant, or you can come to the Goat Lab Brewery in Lowell to pair it with their delicious, handcrafted brick oven pizzas. Tusk beer, for when you want a hair of the hog that bit you.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. It's time to step up to the plate and get a big league haircut at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Whether you're gearing up for the game or just need a fresh cut, our all-star stylist will have you looking like a champ. Kick back in our big comfy chairs, catch the game on our ATVs, and enjoy a cold beer or root beer while we handle the rest. Book online at fantasysportscuts.com or call us at 935-3116. Walk-ins are always welcome, but if you're on a tight schedule, we recommend booking ahead. Fantasy Sports Cuts, where every haircut is a home run. Located at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
The madness is heating up, and so is your snack game. Hill City Popcorn has the perfect lineup to fuel your hoops obsession, whether you're craving something sweet, savory, or spicy. With over 50 flavors of gourmet popcorn, there's a winner for everyone. From classic favorites to bold new creations, Hill City Popcorn has the ultimate game time spread. Just stop by at 240 East Joyce Boulevard, right behind Arby's in Fayetteville, or visit hillcitypopcorn.com to stock up before tip-off. Hill City Popcorn, where every bite is a slam dunk.
At Mach 1 Financial Group, we're proud to be fiduciary financial advisors. That means we're dedicated to putting your interests first, offering advice that's transparent and tailored to your goals. No hidden agenda, just trusted guidance you can rely on. This year, partner with a team you can trust. Visit Mach1FG.com to connect with one of our fiduciary advisors today. Mach 1 Financial Group, LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. A copy of Mach 1's current written disclosure brochure is available through the SEC website and at disclosures.mach1fg.com.
Start the new year deliciously with Honey Baked Ham. Treat your family and friends to the perfect feast, handcrafted with care and the signature taste only Honey Baked can deliver. Craving their signature hams, or maybe a delectable turkey breast or savory sides? Honey Baked has everything you need to make your gathering unforgettable. Their team is here to help. Just drop by Honey Baked Ham in Bentonville or Fayetteville or place your order online for easy pickup. Honey Baked Ham, the taste of tradition, the joy of sharing. Start your year right, deliciously. Order today at honeybaked.com.
ESPN 99.5.
5 to shoot, 4 to shoot, step back, 3, got it! Wagner from 25 on the right wing.
Welcome back to Hog Reaction. Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC Tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
83-80, the final score. Arkansas knocked out of the SEC Tournament in the second round. They didn't go down without a fight, though. Ty Richardson is in Nashville. DQ and I are here in Springdale. We are doing Hog Reaction, 877-377-6963. That is the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. You can call or text. Since Ty has given me permission, we can now move on to other things. I am taking in a lot, and I am very invested in the Arkansas State High School Basketball Championships, which got underway today. Congratulations to Izard County. They got one, and I think East Poinsett County got the other one. I'm checking for a score on that one, but I got 2 more tonight. Got 2 tomorrow, got 2 Friday, and then the big one's on Saturday. Very excited about this time.
Let's go, man.
Yeah.
That's an awesome thing for you. I actually enjoy your play-by-play. I really do. I think you and Derek, honest to goodness, no BS, do a good job.
We have we're having a bit of a renaissance in our. Derek was doing stand up for the AAA today.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was like a joke or
No. We have acquired the audio. We will parse through the audio, and I guarantee you will hear the audio at some point.
Tommy cleared that for a day off.
Well, you know what? I'm proud of him because they gave him no guardrails and said just entertain us. So he went down and did it.
That's not a skill set I have.
No,
I don't have many either. But
I'm proud of him. He went down there and fought his way through it. All right, let's go to the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. David is in Atlanta, Georgia. David, what's up?
Hey guys, we don't get. It's kind of tough to follow the Hogs from the East Coast. Was just going to check and see. Watching Z made me wonder. That probably increases his chance of coming back next year. What do you think of the team? If you're predicting what we're looking at in November. Like.
Now, there's a difference between should come basketball back and will he come back. Those are 2 very, very different questions. I appreciate your question, David. Should he come back? Absolutely. I look at Arkansas's roster. I don't see any NBA guys on that roster yet. Potentially down the line, there are a lot of guys with a lot of holes in their game that need some work. And college is where you get that done.
Yeah, I don't see a scenario where he moves on to the NBA or and some people again will make too much out of the back and forth that he had with Cal today or whatever, but I expect him to be back in Fayetteville next year.
I think Boogie's the only guy that, and I'm not even sure he's an NBA player right now.
He just, like, my thing, I know he had the hand, but, I mean, he wasn't shooting before the hand either. Like, you can't be a small point guard in the NBA and not shoot. He just doesn't, and he hasn't really shown an ability against the type of players that he'll play at the next level, i.e. the SEC, to be successful. So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you there.
Now, some of these guys are going to pack up and move on.
Yeah.
And I think that, but you're bringing in a pretty good freshman class. You don't know what you're going to get out of the transfer portal, but if you were to bring back 3/4 of this roster, add a freshman class, and add a couple of portal guys, I think you got something.
Yeah, no, they've got a roster next year, and we'll see what Nate Ament does. He's that 5-star kid that was just in attendance this last weekend. But you got the best player in the state. You got 2 5-star kids. You had the best portal class this last season. I don't know if you can number 1 again, but you'll have a strong one. So yeah, there's a lot of pieces. Yeah, he will have a lot more to work with initially with this roster than he did with the one that didn't exist.
He'll have three legit point guards on his roster next year if those 3 freshmen show up.
Yeah.
You've got 3 guys that can run the point, which is exactly what this team needs. Guys who can break you down and do that dribble drive. Guys collapse on you, kick it out to an open shooter, an open and willing shooter who can go and knock it down. And they're going to, and I've said this all year long, they're going to have more time to evaluate. Remember, he got there in April. He didn't have a whole lot of time to put this thing together, do the evaluations as much as, as deep as he would like. So you got some guys that, may not be perfect fits this year. I would expect next year to be much, much better. However, I'm going to ask you this question because this was a question that was posed to me earlier today. Looking at the SEC, all the teams that are going to make the tournament, which teams do you give me 3 that you think are most likely to make it to that second weekend, possibly into the Final Four?
Just 3?
Just 3.
Florida.
You're in on Florida.
I'm big in on the Gators. Why? I like their height.
Okay.
I like Clayton as a guard. You were just talking about breaking people down. He can do it better than most in college basketball. And I know they've got good defense. It's like Arkansas, the athleticism. They got linked everywhere. So that's why I'm in on the Gators. I feel like it's cliche. So the second tier team I would say is probably I really like Missouri. I just think that they can be lethal scoring the basketball, which you have to do in the tournament. That's my second tier Thursday team. And then if you're gonna ask me to pick an obscure one, are we starting with the one on Wednesday?
1, 2, and 3 teams you think?
Auburn's the easy pick to go to it. I know they lost to Yale last year.
Can't get that one out of my head.
Yeah, and they lost to Miami 2 or 3 years ago.
They are a team to me that looks like the sum is greater than their part. And when they face a team that has 3 or 4 legitimate options when they get to the tournament, it could be tough for them. Because I don't know if all 5 of their guys on the floor can score. I know one can, but I don't know about the other 4.
Janai Broom, he's unbelievable. He's player of the year, not just in the SEC, but in college basketball. I know Cooper's Flags had a great year, but I mean they're deep, Zach. I mean,
I understand that. I understand they're deep. I just don't know if they can put up enough points when they run into a really good team, a team with 5 options.
This would be the most disappointing Bruce Pearl Final Four list team that he's had on that campus because they are just up and down, depth. I'll be honest. I disagree with the scoring point. I feel like that offensively they can go inside, they can go out. I think it's sometimes like just to be like you don't. They have their bread and butter in Janai Broom, and then sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't feed them enough, and they settle for threes. So it's a tough balance because you've got a lot of capable shooters for them. But yeah, if I'm going to pick like the kind of middle of the pack team, it would be Missouri. But Auburn and Florida, if I had to pick like 2, it would definitely be those.
No
2.
Alabama.
Alabama's just had a weird year in the sense of like Mark Sears should have easily been the player of the year. He wasn't. He's gotten benched, I think, twice. They've had some losses where you kind of scratch your head a little bit. They can turn it on just like they did last year. But if you say Ty, you got to pick 2 of the 3. I'm taking Florida and Auburn over Alabama.
All right, okay. I'm not a big believer in Auburn. I just cannot get last year's Yale game out of my head.
It's hard. I get it.
And Bruce Pearl has come up short in every tournament he's ever been in. They don't. I know they went to the Final Four a couple of years ago.
2019. Yep.
Yeah, and that was 5 years ago. I mean, they've done squat since then, and they've been good up through that point. I just can't get that out of my head.
I brought this up, I guess, it was three weeks ago when they played or whatever it was. Him and Cal have, like, very similar trajectories where they had a much better, like, between Tennessee and Auburn for Pearl and the early part of Cal at Kentucky. Cal had more success in that stint than Pearl did, but I think they have shared like 1, maybe 2 tournament wins since 2021 because you didn't have that tournament in 2020. And so, like, and they're one's Pearl 65 and Cal 66. Like, they're very similar in the sense of, yeah, they're really good coaches, Hall of Famers and all that, but they have not had near the level of consistency that they had in their initial starts on Auburn and Tennessee, and in Cal's case, Kentucky. And you're just hoping the whatever the remedy is here in Fayetteville, he finds. I don't think Arkansas fans are going to settle for 4 years, 1 NCAA tournament win.
No, I don't think that's. I mean, his seat would get very, very, very warm if this year. I think you get a pass because of all the things that have kind of gone on around the team. But next year after, no, you're not going one and done and surviving this. After 1 or 2, it's not a fluke. It's a trend, and that's kind of where he finds himself. Pearl's. I agree with you. He's in that same sort of boat where it's like, man, you got to do something here. You've got everything in the world. Why haven't you been able to advance further? I think they're going to be the first one to go out. I really do. I don't like Florida either. I think Florida is one of those teams. You
just hate all the top.
No. We fall in love with a 1. We look at them. Oh, they're great. They're this. They're that. Iowa State a couple of years ago. Everybody loved Iowa State. They go out in the first round. I can't. It feels like it's becoming the trendy pick. And everybody is sort of gravitating towards Florida. I go in the other direction. Go, you know what? They're going to get bounced.
You know, our buddy Keith Wilson over at CJ just texted me, and you kind of brought it up earlier. This is an important when you're thinking about seeds and matchups. Cooper Flagg left on a wheelchair today. Mm-hmm. We start tournament basketball a week from today. The sprained ankles are weird. Is it high ankle sprain? Is it severe? Like, what is it? If you get paired as an 8 or a 9, Zach, you want Duke in your region. You want Duke as that second game because a Cooper Flaggless Duke team is completely different than any other one seeded. Houston, in Florida, in Auburn. I would avoid all those and again, this is only under the assumption that he can't play. But that draw doesn't sound horrible if you're an Arkansas fan, right?
Yeah. Duke's still really good. They put up 52 points in the second half against Wake Forest, who is also a really good team.
But I'm saying the lesser of four evils.
I get the idea. Duke. Hey, you take on a Duke team without Cooper Flagg. They're still pretty good. Shire still knows what he's doing. I think if you're Arkansas, you want to get whoever the fourth one is. That's the region you want to be in. Give me the softest region, and like I said, I think they can get out of the first round. It's the second game that I think may catch them.
You're probably right. Again, that's cart way in front of horse, but I mean, he just texted me as I don't know if he's listening or what, but that just kind of thinking about that. I'd be just worried about the first game, just because I'm a worry wart, as my dad used to say, a worry wart. But once you get back, you kind of get your wind in sails. By the way, they won 3 straight games for the first time since December. I know today hurt. I know it stunk, but it's not like they battled. This team's done it all year. So they got blown out. Let's think about this. In SEC play, they got rocked by Tennessee, Missouri, and South Carolina. And that's it, right? Of 18 games, those are the only 3 that you got just manhandled. Outside of that, you won or you competed. So there's not like just this huge array of data that show, well, Arkansas is going to get blown out in a matchup in the NCAA tournament game. Things could go wrong. I'm not saying that. But this team, I have no doubt they're going to give everything they have next Thursday or Friday. Hopefully some things just bounce their way.
I don't want to turn this into a football argument, but what's their best win?
Their best win.
Is it Missouri?
I mean, it's the game at Rupp. Right?
Kentucky, that's their best win?
Who's the highest seed they beat? So they beat
A&M.
It's
either Michigan, it's Missouri, or Kentucky.
They beat A&M, right? Or am I making that up?
They lost A&M 69.
They lost on the road and they're not playing at home? Okay. Yep. Yeah, but Missouri was at home. I mean, Zach, anytime you go get a marquee road win like they did, that's why in my mind I can't get over it. And I know it was emotional, and I know it was big for the former Kentucky guys in Cal, of course, but I can't get over that.
It's a month and a half ago.
You're right.
Most of their SEC wins came, Mississippi State, Missouri notwithstanding, against the bottom half of the league. They're gonna have to prove something. I think that's what's preventing. I mean, they're a 20-win basketball team. 20 wins used to be the number. You get to 20, you're in the tournament unless you played a ridiculously weak schedule. They went 20 games against this schedule. All right, I think you can look at the sum of their total. I think it's a no-brainer they're in. I just have questions. I know they will fight you, and I know they will keep coming after you until the final horn. The question is, are you good enough to get to that, win that first tournament game? No matter, if you're in the 7-10 or the 6-11 matchup, you feel like you got a chance because you're probably going to wind up against a mid-tier Big 12 or mid-tier Big East team. You feel like you've got a chance against one of those teams, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, because you just the competition. And Beard got asked, it's like, and he kind of went back and forth of like the turbulence that's been in the SEC this year. It's like you have the positives of playing against competition game in, come out, but at the same time, just what you have to go through, like you made the SEC football reference just there, Zach, is like the injury stuff and how they pile up and everything else. And I mean, there's several guys out there. I know we talked about Big Z a little bit yesterday and his thumb and wrist, whatever it is. There's not a guy in Arkansas that's fully healthy right now.
No,
they're just playing through bruises, ailments, whatever, because there's nothing else to do. So that's it. And it's not just like that for Arkansas. A lot of teams in the SEC are like that too. But I mean, it's more impactful in Arkansas because it's 7 guys that can actually step on the floor.
Yep.
And then, by the way, I don't know if this showed on the television broadcast. So it looked like Cal said something to Jaden and DQ. What's his last name again? Carlo Retois.
This is
number 0.
This is DQ's guy.
He took his pullover off.
I also noticed that.
Did you see? And he was about to check in. And I don't know if Cal changed his mind or what, but then he immediately sat back down.
I noticed he was the only one of the players who usually don't play with his jersey or his pullover off. So I was wondering if someone would have gotten another foul, he would have had to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been dicey. To say the very least. Hey, if you want to get in on this, it's 877-377-3963. That is the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. You can call it. You can text it. If you call, you talk to DQ like David in Atlanta did, or you can text it. That's going to come right to me. When we come back, we'll break this down a little bit further. We'll look a little bit further into the SEC tournament because I have some questions for Ty. He watches this a lot more closely than I do. You're listening to ESPN Arkansas. It's brought to you by the Stadium Shop, locally owned and operated by a family of U of A alumni. Robert, Elizabeth, and Matt have the largest selection of Razorback merchandise south of the North Pole. It does not get more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Visit them online at shoponrazorback.com. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
The Crane team is your home for all your automotive needs. With 16 different locations across the state and America's favorite brands, the Crane team has the perfect vehicle for you. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, plus our famous huge Crane cash discounts, the Crane team simply can't be beat. Shop Arkansas's largest selection of Buick, GMC, Ford, Chevy, Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, and more. Visit us today or shop online at craneteam.com.
Looking for a new home in the heart of Northwest Arkansas? Head to the Cottage at the Park. These beautiful homes by Buffington have direct access to a 120-acre park and offer maintenance-free yards. That means free time can be spent watching the hogs, traveling, playing in the park, or just enjoying a weekend without yard work. For relaxed living at its finest, Cottage at the Park is the best move you'll make. Visit BuffingtonHomesAR.com/hogradio for details.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Robert.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Hey, do y'all know what time it is?
It's about 2:30.
Summertime?
It's that and a whole lot more.
And no matter what's happening, the Stadium Shop has what you need.
We have the best selection for showing off your Razorback spirit while on vacation, even Razorback swim trunks.
Graduations, anniversaries, birthdays, we have what you need for your event.
And we have what you need for that trip to Omaha.
Even a new line of hard shell luggage.
Also, Omaha tees, flags, bases loaded hats, and the boppers.
And you can get them here at the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium. Or you can check us online at those WWNs.
Dad, let me do that before you hurt yourself. He's talking about our website, shoponrazorback.com.
And if you can't reach us there, call us at 479-STADIUM.
All from the only family, alumni-owned and operated Razorback store.
South of the North Pole.
Dad, please.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hawks.
Mornings can be busy, but don't start your day on an empty stomach. Head over to Einstein Brothers Bagels, where every bite is a win. From fresh baked bagels and signature schmears to hot, savory breakfast sandwiches, Einstein Brothers has everything you need to fuel your day, whether you're headed to work, class, or just need a delicious pick-me-up. Feeding a crowd? Einstein Brothers also offers catering, perfect for the office or home. Visit today and grab your breakfast essentials. Einstein Brothers Bagels, where champions eat breakfast. Find your nearest location at einsteinbros.com.
Hey, man, after this round, let's hit up BV65, that new barbecue spot in Bella Vista. I thought that was a members-only place. No, it's just like golf. All 4 Bella Vista POA restaurants are open to the public. You can check out BV65, Lake Point, BV Bar and Grill, and Highlands Pub and Patio. Well, let's go. I'm starving. Bella Vista POA, 4 great restaurants open to everyone with no membership required. Visit bellavistapoa.com/things-to-do/dining for details.
Experience the flavors of chef-inspired modern Ozark cuisine at Mockingbird Kitchen in the Evelyn Hills Shopping Center in Fayetteville. Now that the weather is perfect, dine on their patio and enjoy delicious, seasonally inspired dishes from signature favorites to nightly specials. They're open Wednesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner, or if you prefer to stay in, you can order takeout and enjoy at home. Vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options are available. Make your lunch or dinner extraordinary at Mockingbird Kitchen, where great food meets great atmosphere. Mockingbird Kitchen, modern Ozark cuisine.
Superior Fence and Rail, one of the largest fence companies in the country, is here in Northwest Arkansas. Superior Fence and Rail can custom chain link, wood, or vinyl fencing. Superior Fence can custom install ornamental iron fencing with powered automatic gates with access control. 12 months, same as cash financing, is available. And Superior Fence and Rail warranties all of their work. Superior Fence and Rail, 479-439-1096. 479-439-1096. Or go online to superiorfenceandrail.com.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Decisions aren't hard when no matter what you choose, you win. Like with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. Choose from the $5 Classic box with iconic favorites like a beefy 5-layer burrito, the $7 Supreme box with the Chicken Chalupa Supreme, and more. Or find new obsessions in the $9 Discovery box. Get yours at Taco Bell today. Participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
ESPN 99.5.
5 to shoot, 4 to shoot, step back, 3, got it! Wagner from 25 on the right wing.
Welcome back to Hog Reaction. Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC Tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
Reaction brought to you by the Stadium Shop. Ty Richardson live in Nashville in the media room. Raw dogging a hot dog. DQ and I here in
Now it's
Springdale.
done, brother.
Oh, you're done with it? What was the spread there? Because I always judge a media hospitality room by what they're feeding you.
It wasn't bad. Say that. I'm not gonna give it like a 10, but it wasn't bad. Hot chicken's on the list tonight, so I just wanted a snack to tide me over till then.
Oh, you're going. You're not paying for a meal this week, huh?
No, I'm actually on the the bills are on me this weekend, buddy. This week.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow, look.
I can't, and that's not a complaint. I want to make sure that I'm 100% out
Sounded
there.
like
that
a
it's not.
complaint.
Yeah, it really did sound like a complaint.
You asked the question, and I answered it as adequately as I could. It's not a complaint. I want to reiterate that. That
sounded
is not
like a complaint.
Oh
I think we all heard that.
Of course, you're going to twist it into that. No, it's not a complaint. You asked a question, I answered it as best I could.
Simple answer would have been, yeah, I'm good. But no, you went further into detail. So there's obviously some hurt feelings there, and I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Nothing hurt. I'm happy to be here.
Oh
and,
yeah. Did you
just
hear
wish they would have won today.
All right, so give me now. You were one of these yahoos during when Cal got hired. Thought you were going to the Final Four. Give me a grade on this season. A, B, C, D, F.
C plus.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's a C plus year.
Well, and you can't even I can't even give you a grade.
Regular season's over. I'm just asking you for the regular season,
dude. It doesn't matter. He's not getting paid by Tyson or Mr. Steve. Let me rephrase. He's not getting paid by Mr. Tyson or Mrs. Stevens. That type of money for regular season. The fans shouldn't care about that. Like the only thing that, and I know he talked about in his initial talk with Chuck and Hunter and in front of the audience about helping kids' families out, and I get all that, and there's truth to that. But the only thing that this fan base cares about is what can you do in March, in your last life of college basketball. So I don't care about regular season. They can go 8-10 if they that team in 2014. This is not this team, but I'm saying that team in 2014 with Julius Randle, the Harrison twins, that were just kind of solid. They went to the national championship. No Kentucky fan was like, man, they didn't have a good regular season because the team the next year lost a game before, and they went undefeated prior to losing Wisconsin. So regular season doesn't mean squat at all.
You can make the argument this is his best coaching job.
Yeah,
you put in all of the things that he was dealt in April. I mean, he walked in, he had no players, not one. Put a roster together, got 20 wins, and is likely going to make the NCAA tournament. I never, etch it in stone until it's done. But you can make the argument this is his best coaching job.
And he's talked about just the satisfaction he's gotten from this season, where he's had to coach a little differently than maybe he has traditionally. I think from his standpoint, so I think two things can be true. I think there's an argument to me, people have said before, I think Jeff Goodman said on our airwaves that he feels like he doesn't work as hard. Well, at 66, I'm not going to work as hard as I do at 30. That's just reality. But and Goodman didn't say this, but other people have said, well, he's lost his stuff or he's lost his fastball. Pick a cliche phrase. You could make a case if he really had given up or really didn't have it, there's no shot this team would be in the tournament this year based on the injuries to key pieces and how it could have derailed their season. And yet he showed you this season, at least in the last part of the regular season, why he's a Hall of Fame type coach. Now, again, I want to reiterate, That doesn't matter if they get bounced on Thursday or Friday. It's inconsequential. Like, at that point, you just, okay, 5 years, one NCAA tournament win. When are we going to go deep? That's the only thing this fan base cares about. I realize the home wins are great, and, like, you want to have those. And, the Missouri win was awesome because the 90 team was in town and everything, but it is about what you do in March post-Nashville. That is going to be what Arkansas fans remember about Cal. Not the regular season success, not the slick back hair, not the great suits.
I don't know. We are kind of remember the suits. The suits are outstanding.
He's got some good suits.
Although,
good suit
I will tell you, DQ was openly complaining that he wears that jacket he had on today too much.
You think so, DQ?
I think so.
Okay.
I wasn't the only
She can
one.
actually recite
What
the
is too
jackets
much?
that he wears.
That's awesome.
Go ahead.
Well, he has that plaid one, and then he has that really dark burgundy color, and then he has the pinkish one.
Uh-huh.
He does not wear the blue one anymore.
He doesn't wear the blue one because he took a lot of internet hate for that one.
Yeah, it's like those three.
How much do you think he spends per suit, DQ?
Probably a lot.
3, 35, 4.
I don't know how much.
Something like that.
I was with someone to buy a suit once, and it was really expensive.
I almost had an aneurysm spending like $400. I thought my heart was going to give out, and the fact that you just and I realize he makes ample amounts more money than I do.
He has suits made of chrome, man. He's in a different tax bracket. But DQ was very upset about his jacket today. I thought he looked fine.
It's fine. He just wears it a lot.
Well, maybe he's only got those 3, and he's going to go see his guy, over the summer and get some new ones. I'm sure he'll have new ones next year.
So do you judge DQ? Do you judge?
Oh yeah,
Derek
yeah. It
or
doesn't
Zach?
matter what the question is. Does DQ judge? The answer is yes.
For someone as sweet and kind as you are, you do come off a little harsh from time to time, which I think is funny because truthfulness is important. But it is funny how you're quick to kick them below the belt every once in a while. They need it. They need to be ridiculed every once in a while.
Yeah,
and so do I, which I am every single day by every single co-host and guest and anyone else that comes on these airwaves. But it builds character, right, Zach?
Is there something you want to talk about?
Are you okay?
Yeah, blink twice if you're in some sort of trouble.
There's pills at the house. I'll be fine. I'm kidding. That's not a funny joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, JT just texted and said, "Did I hear Ty is paying for something? Is he living in an alternate universe?"
Yeah, and I was actually. I'm as soon as we. Well, I'm not even gonna say that. Never mind, because then I'll get bashed for that too. Go ahead.
No, fire away.
What are you
you're in
doing
the trust
afterwards?
tree.
I was gonna buy Big C and Colton a T-shirt for just.
Where are you getting all this money from?
I don't know. Maybe the people paying rent, tenants paying rent. I guess.
Okay.
I guess
all right.
That's the.
He's a mogul, and we don't even know it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He has someone living in his backyard.
I have somebody living in my backyard, but they're not paying rent. They they pitched a tent.
Make her start. Game notes just came out. Arkansas falls in heartbreaker to Ole Miss in the SEC 30. Oh, I hate reading that. Gosh, I hate that team so much. Oh my gosh,
Well,
that university is just like the most spoiled, bratish, DB-ish on the planet, and they beat us not once but twice. I hope Dave Van Horn and company unleash hell in Oxford this weekend for what they did to our basketball team today.
Speaking of which, the game tomorrow has been moved. We have confirmed 1:30 is the airtime for the pregame show or whatever they call it, and the game. The first pitch is just after 2:00.
Fun for you to switch all that up, right?
Oh no! What would have been worse is had they won, and then you got to negotiate all. Now this is easy. This is super easy.
Okay,
I can do this
all
in
right.
10 minutes.
That's fair.
Yeah,
All
this
right,
is.
good.
I'm
always thinking about you when it comes to baseball.
No. That baseball is easy. Abner is calling you Uncle Pennybags.
Uncle Pennybags.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know how it is. You've worked in the industry for 30 plus years. I mean, you don't really make much money in radio. It's just
No, you
Just
don't.
kind of have fun. Radio's about having fun. I mean, I would be making a lot more money as an accountant right now, but I'd want to drive off like one of the bridges in Northwest Arkansas every day on the way home. So I don't feel that way after even a loss to Ole Miss.
You okay?
Sorry.
I mean, just not
second
not
one.
twice.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm
And then I
bad.
think yesterday you said blow your brains
Yeah,
out.
you said something like that. Yeah.
Those jokes are not as what's the word? They are not as I can't even think of the word right now. I shouldn't be making those jokes. I'm sorry. That's just very like friend groupish. I feel like that this is the trust tree.
It is the trust tree. Nobody's listening. Don't worry about it. It's just us.
Across 4 radio
Right.
stations. HitThatLine.com. Hit That Line Now. Powered by Taco Bell.
Well, here, let me cheer you up a little bit. Texas is up 4 on Texas A&M. They are probably going to go to the third round.
That's who would they play? They get Tennessee,
They
Bama,
would get
or Florida.
they would get Tennessee with regular season Rick. It's
They could
about
win
time
that
for
game.
him to start gagging.
Yeah, they could win that game. Man, that would be interesting if Texas got in. That would throw kind of a wrench in rigid things if they kept on winning. If Rodney Terry, because I think his seat's the hottest of any SEC coach, right? McMahon, I think it's staying.
Yeah, I would think it probably is. Abner wants you to keep talking freely. No one is going to pull any drops out of this.
Yeah, that's a lie. He's going to pull them all. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I guess the all-time drop's the one, and I'm talking about Oxford, but hating that school, but falling in love several times on that campus.
Oh.
I guess that's the.
Yeah.
I guess it's just the men and the men's teams that I hate, not necessarily the females on that campus, but just the overall feeling towards that university is not a positive one.
It seems like you've got some inner rage going on, but it's okay. By the way, the baseball games are 1:30 across the board. They did send out a little thing that said the time changes, so we have to keep an eye on that this weekend. But that's you got baseball this weekend to look forward to.
Let's
You gonna
go.
watch any of that?
Yeah, I mean, Arkansas Ole Miss, you got a team that took away your national championship a couple years back, and I mean, A&M football, Kentucky basketball, Ole Miss baseball, 3 most hateable teams in the league. So yeah, that is on the list this weekend amongst some St. Patrick's Day festivities.
That's
DQ,
right. St. Patrick's Day is Monday. That's correct.
Yes. Are you drinking green beer this weekend, DQ?
I've actually haven't drank a green beer.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I don't really like beer, so I
ding.
guess I don't really care if it's green or not.
Is that like do you drink seltzers, or is it just not avoiding alcohol as a whole?
Yeah, I kind of like that. I was
Wait.
invited to a party though,
Let's go.
but on a Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have things to do.
You better be here on Tuesday.
The next day.
I think Derek and Zach would kind of be proud of you if you either showed up hungover / called in sick.
Yeah, we're not doing that. John in Memphis says he loves. He's texting in on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. You can too. 877-377-6963. He says I love hearing Ty complain about Ole Miss being spoiled brats. Like we don't act the exact same way when we're winning.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's 100% true.
I just immediately got texts from 3 Ole Miss friends after that game.
Why are you friends with them? These are the prisons you build, my man.
I look past negative aspects of people and look for the positives, which they have positives. But no, that was I can say that I probably would have sent a similar text out if
So this
DJ had banged one of those threes instead of Padula.
This is karma. Texter out of the 501 says nobody likes Ole Miss in any sport, Ty.
That's true. Nope, that's it's 100% accurate. Basketball, football, baseball, pick a sport. Yeah.
Yeah, they
I'm
suck
with
in
you.
everything. It is what time is it? 4:34. Arkansas loses today, 83-80. They're going home. We all think that they're in the tournament. We also think this is not the worst thing that's going to happen to them. It looks like Texas is going to move on. I'm watching a great one here in the American Championship. South Florida just knocked off Charlotte, 64-50. I love tournament week. I don't know where you come down on this. Give me a.
It's great.
You're a college basketball guy. Give me a sneaky, off the radar national title pick.
Oh man, I was gonna throw out the Delaware Blue Hens if they had come back and won that game the other night.
I almost went to Delaware.
You and
True story.
President Biden would have been.
Well, we would not have been there at the same time, but thank you.
Let's see, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I have. I liked Iowa State, but I do this every year.
No, I will not let anybody pick Iowa State. They are frauds, and they do this to us every year. Every single. They walk into the bar, they wink at you, you think you got a shot, and then they leave.
Yeah.
Hate them. Hate them. Hate them.
Teases, man. They're the biggest tease out there. So that was my pick earlier in the season, even though I fall in love with them every single year. I'm going to be honest, I don't have a really great answer to your question. I apologize for coming up short.
VCU out of the A-10. Ram it.
Okay.
I'm a big VCU fan.
I got a question.
Yep.
Speaking of betting, so I was getting just absolutely destroyed by my college group text because when Nelly banked in that free throw, I said, all right, well, Arkansas got the backdoor cover. Can you not get a backdoor cover if you're the favorite, even if it comes in late? Or do you have to be the underdog? Because I thought it didn't matter.
No, you could. No, I think the cover works both ways.
Okay, well, then I was right.
You need a better group of friends.
Yeah, well, they kind of just they give me a hard time like everyone else does. So it's just it's par for the course, Zach. It's just part of it.
Well, we're here for you, and we're going to be we're doing Hog Reaction for another 24 minutes. Then we get to get back into our regular standard fare. DQ's got thoughts. A tease on what you'll be thinking about?
No.
That I love how like there's what's great about y'all's show, and that's every show that we have on our station is unique because it all sounds different. But you guys there's radio. I don't know if etiquette's the right word. We're supposed to your things to do, and you guys just do the opposite.
The hell with it.
Like a tease right there.
I'm not good at being witty.
Let's set DQ up for an awesome. She goes, let's set DQ up for an awesome tease for 24 minutes from now. You're like, nah.
It's part of the reason we do it. It's
Rustin
because
gets mad at me all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Because I always say no when I'm always supposed to say yes.
I think that's great. No, it makes it funny. Like that was genuine laughter right there. Yeah. Jeez Louise.
John Memphis says he lives with Ole Miss people. That's why he's anti-Ole Miss. He says he's very petty, and he calls them a cult.
I mean, that hottie toddy there, it's catchy, but it also makes you want to just claw your. Go to your eardrums and pull them out. It's so hard to hear after. And when they 2 years ago when they picked off KJ the second time, and you knew the game was over, and I was sitting in the basically Ole Miss student section with some friends. It's horrible.
They're awful people.
Yes, they.
But they're like most college fans. They think your Woo Pig thing is a cult.
Cool. We every college fan base is a cult.
Yes.
But It's like you're born into it, though. It's it's just part of it.
It's part of
culture.
It. Texas is up 9, by the way. It looks like.
Jeez Louise. Razorback born, Razorback bred, and when I die, I'll be Razorback dead. Just part of it.
I'll look forward to, I guess. This is Hog Reaction. It's brought to you by the Stadium Shop, locally owned and operated by a family of U of A alumni. I went to school with Robert. I'm not sure if I went with Elizabeth. I definitely didn't go with Matt. They have the largest selection of Razorback merchandise south of the North Pole. Doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Visit them online. ShopOnRazorback.com. Last segment of Hog Reaction coming up. You're listening to Hog Reaction on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC Tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
Fat Tuesday has come and gone, but luckily there's still chalkboard specials at Fish City Grill in Rogers. I know Brett Brundage loves serving teams at the University of Arkansas. He also enjoys catering events, but his favorite thing is hanging out at the restaurant, bringing you those Cajun crawfish and shrimp tacos, or the chicken sandwich. For some of you, Lent started. Fish City Grill is the perfect Lent destination, and there's crawfish this month. Don't tell anybody. Fish City Grill in Rogers. Friendly folks, serious seafood.
Superior Fence and Rail, one of the largest fence companies in the country, is here in Northwest Arkansas. Superior Fence and Rail can custom chain link, wood, or vinyl fencing. Superior Fence can custom install ornamental iron fencing with powered automatic gates with access control. 12 months, same as cash financing, is available. And Superior Fence and Rail warranties all of their work. Superior Fence and Rail, 479-439-1096. 479-439-1096. Or go online to superiorfenceandrail.com.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance.
Call my friend J.T. Finley at 479-521-4220.
It's
It's not just the flavors that keep you coming back to the House of Webster. It's a tradition. For over 90 years, our family-owned company has been making jams, jellies, salsas, barbecue sauce, and many more treats that make your meals come to life. From the first jar to the last spoonful, you'll taste the quality in every bite. Please visit our gift shop located at 1013 North 2nd Street, downtown Rogers. We want you to sample the great taste of life. Visit us at houseofwebster.com. House of Webster. See you soon.
Delicious jams and jellies.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Robert.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Hey, do y'all know what time it is?
It's about 2:30.
Summertime.
It's that and a whole lot more.
And no matter what's happening, the Stadium Shop has what you need.
We have the best selection for showing off your Razorback spirit while on vacation, even Razorback swim trunks.
Graduations, anniversaries, birthdays, we have what you need for your event.
And we have what you need for that trip to Omaha.
Even a new line of hard shell luggage.
Also, Omaha tees, flags, bases loaded hats, and the boppers.
And you can get them here at the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium. Or you can check us online at those WWNs.
Dad, let me do that before you hurt yourself. He's talking about our website, shoponrazorback.com.
And if you can't reach us there, call us at 479-STADIUM.
All from the only family, alumni-owned and operated Razorback store.
South of the North Pole.
Dad, please.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hawks.
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
Taco Bell's new caliente sauce made with red jalapenos is the spicy side of Cantina chicken. But does that mean everything has a spicy side? Like your cactus plant. It's like your other plants, but spicy. Or your coworker who says they hate everyone who works here, but you work here. Or when you say, I don't mean to be rude, but you do mean to be rude. But now you can feed your spicy side with Caliente Cantina chicken from Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact store for availability.
ESPN 99.5.
5 to shoot, 4 to shoot, step back, 3, he got it! Wagner from 25 on the right wing.
Welcome back to Hog Reaction. Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. You're listening to Hog Reaction with live check-ins from Nashville at the SEC Tournament. Download the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell.
83-80, the final score. Arkansas loses to Mississippi in the second round of the SEC tournament. Game going on right now, 62-55. Texas leads Texas A&M with 7:28 to go. There is a night session going on. Mississippi State will take on Missouri. That'll follow this game. And then the nightcap is Oklahoma and Kentucky. What do you think about that Mississippi-Auburn game tomorrow at noon, Ty?
Auburn blew them out last time they played. I tend to think it's going to be a similar outcome. Bruce Pearl and company, while I don't know if they're necessarily gunning to win the whole thing and make it to Sunday, I think they're going to beat Ole Miss pretty good. Even though Beard and Dia and I forgot Padula seem pretty ready to go against Auburn. I got Tigers winning big in that one, Zach.
I'm with you on that one. This is Hog Reactions brought to you by the Stadium Shop right here in Northwest Arkansas. Go by and see them for all of your hog apparel needs. Ty basically dresses in Stadium Shop gear. Am I correct?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I was talking about the other day. It's like when I travel for trips, I literally just look like I'm going to a football game each and every weekend just because it's really all Stadium Shop gear, sweatshirts, polos, belts. Did a lot of stuff from Robert Elizabeth. And that sick hog pullover, like retro 90s basketball warm-up is probably the favorite. It was $1. So, and I haven't whipped out the leather jacket in a minute. I need to do that. I didn't bring it this weekend, but maybe next weekend I'll whip that thing out.
How are you single? Ladies, he's available.
DQ, where do you stand on leather jackets? Razorback leather jackets, I might add.
By percentage,
I don't think I would wear one.
by percentage, what percentage of your wardrobe would you say has a hog on it?
Dude, it's a lot. I mean,
give me a number. Are we talking 75%, 80%?
Do you have a lot of clothes, Ty? I feel like you do.
I'll send you a picture of the closet. I mean, I just buy golf polos a lot of time when I golf, so I have a lot of golf polos, and
Listen.
I usually just slap them on with some Wranglers and some boots, and that's my get up every single weekend from like March to October, and then I'll throw on some pullovers after that, and that's pretty much it.
I need you to listen to me carefully. Two things in this world will bankrupt you: golf and women.
Well, I don't have an issue with one.
Yeah,
I just have an
you're
issue with
good
the
there.
other.
But the other one is more dangerous because there's nobody to
Golf?
stop you.
Golf or women?
Golf. There's no one to stop you from buying all of this stuff.
Dude, it's such
awful.
fun. It's an addicting sport, and it's so much fun.
Your next stage in your golf evolution is very, very simple, which is you need to start taking trips, like golf destination trips. Once you start playing the world's greatest courses, you'll never stop.
Yeah, no, we wanted to, I think our golf trip that we were going to have, funny enough, going to be in Cleveland, outside of Cleveland, is canceled because some other friends that are married, and their wives, kids getting away, which is just lame.
When I
Go
ahead. When I say destination golf trips, Cleveland is not one of the.
There's this listen. There's a place called the Grand Resort that's in, I think it's Avalon, Ohio, that is just immaculate. You get to play on a couple country clubs, but I unfortunately don't think it's going to work out. So it's kind of disappointing. But no, I haven't been out of the country since I was 22, Zach. There's too many places in the U.S. to go for me to jump ship and leave the country.
I'm not even saying leave the country. We have great golf courses here.
No, across our state. Yeah, I haven't played golf in Bella Vista.
No. I'm gonna get you on at Southern Hills. Let that thing eat you alive.
Yeah, I'll shoot like 140. I'm good.
Oh yeah, no, you'll definitely shoot 140. JB wants to know: did you print new business cards for this trip, or did you use the ones from last year?
Out, geez, Louise. No, I got the same ones. There's one of the things that some media here was really good about when I was in college was either passing out business cards, give me an email or a number, just so I could bounce some questions and ask them advice. So there's been a couple students here and there that have asked me, and I'm just giving this. I'm like, just hey, use this anytime you need it. So that's kind of the good-hearted nature, not the other thing that I did last time that failed miserably.
Gavin wants you to know there's nothing in Ohio that is immaculate. Jazz in Fayetteville says golf is a disease. Now this may be one of the best texts we've ever got. Ty is a middle-of-the-median bum, type of bum. He takes your donations, then goes and gives it to his caddy.
Oh, gosh. Man, I don't think, I'm going to be honest. I haven't played. No, that's a lie. So my buddy lost a bet to me, and he had a caddy for me one day. Outside of that, that's the only time that I had a caddy to play on a golf course with. We just use carts. They're cheaper. They're fine.
So you're admitting that you are a middle-of-the-median bum.
I don't think there was anything in that text that is inaccurate by any stretch of the imagination.
Well,
do
tomorrow,
do you have the bum sounder available?
Of course. Which one do you want?
Dude, those are so. Is that Kinsey, by the way?
Yeah, that's Kinsey.
Okay, that is those are fantastic.
Bum.
The first time I heard that, I nearly drove off the road. Keep pressing it.
Boo, you bum. Bumpity bum.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's my kid.
Those are so great.
Du bist ein Bum.
That's German for you're a bum, Ty.
Well, there's again, she could say it in German, Spanish, English. Yeah. It's all true.
Yeah, she was Googling Russian. So the next round that we do, we'll have a Russian bum. So
maybe she should have done the stand-up instead of Derek. Anytime she talks, it's kind of funny.
Listen,
like even if she's like, I don't know if she's like trying to be mean or whatever, it's just entertaining.
Like giving a crackhead meth and going, here, try this. No, she gets enough feedback from
She's just mean.
Yes.
She's
she's
just
mean. Yeah, she's just mean.
You're a bum.
Is she a mean girl?
Oh my God, man. Yeah, she is.
Is she gonna make other girls cry in high school?
Yeah, I think so. I pity the fool that decides he wants to marry her. I really do. Because no give backs.
It's you and
all sales are final.
Jeez Louise.
Gavin says everyone who likes golf should go play St. Andrews. And
I don't have that type of money.
Okay, I've played it twice, and they give you a professional. They give you a caddy. Or
didn't you work in finance though, so you actually have money?
I'm not answering that question. You play twice. They give you a caddy. My guy's name, ironically, Scotty. And they heckle you the whole time you're there.
Yeah, I wouldn't handle that well.
Yeah,
I'd call him a a potty word.
They they kind of enjoy that because they want to get in your head.
Is it like and I can't say it on the air. It blank's last resort. Is it kind of like that style of caddy? You know what I'm talking about?
I'll tell you this. I on my first shot, I was a little nervous going to St. Andrews. The first time I played it in 2005.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there on the tee box. And first of all, they don't ask you what club you want. They hand you a club. And he handed me a driver. Swillican Burn is about 270 down there. And I look at him and I say, "Sir, do you mind 3-iron? I'm just going to lay it out there." And he hands me my driver. I hit a shot. This is no joke. It went out about 10 yards, took a dead left, rolled across 18 and into the road. He looked me dead in the eye and went, "Never seen that before."
That's fantastic.
That was my first shot. My first 146.
You shot a 146.
Second time was a 128.
If you shot a 146, I would be over 200.
It was disgraceful what I did to that course.
Yeah, that's.
I hit the ball into Hell Bunker. Hell Bunker. If you ever play like a true links course, it's like hitting a shot on the moon. You have no idea where the flag is. You can't see anything. There's just bushes and everything, and he tells you basically where to hit it. And I crushed it. I mean, I destroyed this thing. It just took off and went. And I like flipped him my driver like Mark McGuire when he pitched the bat. I mean, I'm like, "Here, Scotty," and he looks me dead in the eye and he goes, "You're in the bunker." I'm like, "Bleep you." We walk out. I'll be damned. I am 2 inches from a 14-foot wall. They won't let you pick it up, so you have to hit it out of there. And I looked at him like, "What do I do?" And I don't know if he was being I almost said it.
Say it.
He was being a not nice person, and he said, hit your pitching wedge off the wall and bounce it out, like hit it backwards. Well, I bladed it. It hit the wall and then came back and hit me in the shin.
I was gonna say, I'd be scared to do
I
that.
never felt pain like that. I threw my pitching wedge at him. He's laughing. It took me. I got a 14 on that hole because he wouldn't let me get out of the. Because if you pick up your ball, they're going to send you home.
Will they really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They will absolutely send you home.
Is Mac a golfer?
No.
Okay.
He's never tried golf.
I can see you having fun in the cart, reading a book, playing some like Bon Iver or something. Do
you think I listened to Bon Iver?
I didn't want to say the cliche Taylor Swift because I feel like that's just too obvious. It's not necessarily like reading music either.
No, that's really depressing.
little on the depressing side.
He's not a golfer.
Okay.
So are you gonna side with Taylor or Travis when they break up?
Ooh, yeah. Who gets
Swift?
DQ? Really?
What if
You're a bum.
What if Taylor cheats on him?
Ooh.
I don't care.
Oh, wow.
That's a double standard.
Wow,
DQ.
I would have never expected you to be a bum.
Travis Kelce doesn't make good music. Taylor Swift does.
That is a double standard. Zach, play that one more time.
Wow, I would have never expected you to be a bum. Bum fight!
I've laughed more in the last 5 minutes on this show than I have in 6.5 years on the morning. And that's not Tommy's fault. That's my fault for being just having no ability to make a joke. Oh my gosh.
You're a bum?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. All right. So we are wrapping up Hog Reaction here. Want to thank the shop for sponsoring whatever this was.
They sponsor
Ty,
this?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Ty, thanks for hopping on and killing time. Daddy was successful, I guess.
All right.
DQ would prefer that you never refer to yourself
Please
as
never
Daddy
say
again.
Why did you tell her that? That was for you and me.
Look,
buddy.
it really kind of shook me up a little bit. Even Kinsey, when you got to
Everyone knows.
You told your daughter that?
No,
Jeez,
she was in the
Louise.
car. I saw your text come in, and I just pushed
Oh,
the button.
Did it
Oh,
pop
you heard
up?
Siri?
Did
Oh, here we go.
Did it pop up on the
Yeah.
the whatever? Oh my god. She
Ty
was,
Richardson says,
was she
Daddy
mortified?
has got you.
Was she mortified?
Oh, she looked me dead in the eye and goes, "What's wrong with him?" And I'm like, I don't know.
It's like, oh, the list is long, and there's no pill or remedy for that, sweetie. He's got a lot of issues.
That is the music. Oh, thank God. We're getting closer, Ty. Thank you so much. Go enjoy what are we drinking tonight?
Something strong and a lot of it after today. That was rough.
All right, Ty. Disconnect. Go have fun. Hog Reactions brought to you by the Stadium Shop, locally owned and operated by a family of U of A alumni. Robert, Elizabeth, Matt have the largest selection of Razorback merchandise south of the North Pole. It doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Visit their website. Shop on Razorback. RobinHood.com. Now, on the other side of the break, we get to come back and do what we normally do. DQ has thoughts. We will talk about some basketball items, some baseball items. We've got some things to do. We will do that when we come back. The Ruscin and Zach Show.
Let Sassy's Barbecue cater your next event or watch party. Sassy's had some of the best pulled pork, brisket, smoked chicken, award-winning smoked wings, and baby back ribs there is. And to make the crowd go wild, don't forget Sassy's great homemade sides like mac and cheese, baked beans, and loaded baked potato salad. If you can't make the game, come watch the Hogs at Sassy's Red House on College or on the biggest TV in Fayetteville on Sassy's Patio off Weddington. When it comes to barbecue, catfish, burgers, and more, nobody does it better than Sassy's. Eat, drink, and be sassy.
Relief from hip and back pain can be a reality when you work with the experts on a mobility and flexibility routine. That's why Stretch Lab was founded. Pro athletes and sports fans alike love Stretch Lab for our customized one-on-one assisted stretch set. Discover the difference a good stretch can make, because when your body moves better, you feel better and live better. Visit your local Stretch Lab today or go to stretchlab.com and use code FAN10 to get up to 50% off your first 50-minute stretch. Plus, receive an additional $10 off.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
Experience the flavors of chef-inspired modern Ozark cuisine at Mockingbird Kitchen in the Evelyn Hills Shopping Center in Fayetteville. Now that the weather is perfect, dine on their patio and enjoy delicious, seasonally inspired dishes from signature favorites to nightly specials. They're open Wednesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner, or if you prefer to stay in, you can order takeout and enjoy at home. Vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options are available. Make your lunch or dinner extraordinary at Mockingbird Kitchen, where great food meets great atmosphere. Mockingbird Kitchen, modern Ozark cuisine.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
This time of year, it's all about surviving and advancing. And when your vehicle takes a hit, you need a team that knows how to bounce back. Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body has been family owned and operated for over 40 years and is proud to be iCar Gold Class certified, putting them in the elite 15% of collision repair shops nationwide. For expert repairs that get you back in the game, call Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body at 479-751-3801 or go to CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
Decisions aren't hard when no matter what you choose, you win. Like with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. Choose from the $5 classic box with iconic favorites like a beefy 5-layer burrito, the $7 Supreme box with the chicken chalupa supreme, and more. Or find new obsessions in the $9 Discovery box. Get yours at Taco Bell today. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Coming to you live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin,
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns,
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
with DQ.
Kelsey finds a blank space for the score.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
We made it, DQ. Just you and me. We made it. It's 5 o'clock.
And Ty.
And Ty, Ty with an assist, a big assist from Ty. I want to thank him. You're hopping on. Arkansas loses 83-80 to Mississippi in the second round of the SEC tournament. Baseball's been moved to 1:30 tomorrow. Relax. We got this, DQ. We're all good. DQ's got thoughts coming up, and by committee vote, we have a special treat coming up after thoughts. We're in agreement on this?
Yes.
Okay. First, this is your drive home, and it is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle, or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
God, that was boring.
Okay, so we are happy to report we Ruskin's comedy tour. What time did it tip off? 11:15.
11:15.
All right, we pressured him all the way up till 11:15 by counting down the minutes. By all accounts, he acquitted himself well. He got a few chuckles. Yes, we have the audio. We also have shots from inside the room. We'll put this all together at some point, and it will be played.
Yeah. I can't believe that the lights were on. That's horrible.
Okay, so I've got to set the
I
scene.
hope he started his joke off with that.
I imagined that this would be like a room, a dark room, where he was up, on like a dais. He couldn't see the crowd, but no. The floodlights were on. He could see everybody in the room. Shout out to SmackDown, who recorded this thing and is sending it to me. He also has photos from the video and the actual event itself, because I think he was in charge of getting all of this. So
yeah.
we'll have that audio soon. But apparently it went well. He did not completely bomb, and he didn't insult anybody. So I figure it's a win for the show.
Yeah, I think he represented the show
Yep.
well.
Most importantly, he got the check before he actually spoke.
But he couldn't back out after that.
Right. Once you've got the check, you actually have to go through with it. So we're happy to report that he did that. All right. Basketball team loses. Baseball's been moved up to 1:30. All the games are at 1:30 now, I think. Saturday or Friday, Saturday, and I forget what Sunday is, but we'll get those. We'll talk about that probably tomorrow if everybody's cool with it. We good?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, except nobody will hear us. Except in
That's
good
good.
old Northwest Arkansas.
You know what?
YouTube.
That's a great point, DQ. Thank you for bringing that up. Are you ready over there? Now, you have thoughts.
Yeah.
You won't tell me what these are.
So the reason I do this is because I don't know how to give a summary of something or a sneak peek without just giving it away.
Okay.
Because sometimes they're just not that creative.
Okay. The floor is yours.
Okay. So, which one of y'all suggested The Pit?
Me,
The
Bear in the
TV
Pit?
Show.
Yeah, Bear in the Pit.
No, not Bear in the Pit. The show.
Oh, no, that would have been him.
The Pit. Okay. I'm going to do the music because it's weird.
Okay,
when
it's all
no
yours.
music.
Floor is yours.
Okay. I've begun watching The Pit.
Okay.
It's a TV show on Max.
Go on.
Now, when I suggest something like this and then I say it's a doctor show, you groan. Because there are a million doctor shows.
Yes, it's a very
out
old
there.
genre.
I'm not really a fan of doctor shows. I can't really get into them. I watched maybe about 8 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, which sounds like a lot, but
It is?
there are like 24 or 20 or something.
Okay.
So, but this show,
The Pit.
The Pit, it's I think based out of Pittsburgh, and it's an ER.
Okay.
It's an ER doctor show. So
City
it's
of my
good.
birth? Well, ish.
The way they do it, the way they do each episode is it's titled an hour. So the first one is titled 7 a.m., the next one 8 a.m.
Got it.
And it's the hour of the morning. So this is all happening in one day.
Okay.
Essentially. And it's pretty good. I don't know how many episodes are released. It is kind of annoying because it's on HBO Max and they're releasing new episodes that like weekly, I think, which is really hard whenever, you're used to all the whole season coming out at once. But yeah, it's pretty good. But now for the first time ever, I've had this situation pop up where I watched ahead on the show. Even though...
Wait a minute.
Whoa! I know that's bad.
You're watching the show together.
We're watching the
and
show
you watched ahead?
together. Yes.
Oh,
it was BE who suggested the pit.
No!
Thank you, BE. I'm taking your advice and watching it.
Why would you do that?
Well, so here's the thing. Is we've watched the first 2 episodes together. And then... Because I think only one season is out. So we watched the first 2 episodes together. And then last night, he sends me a text and says, hey, I kind of want to watch the next episode. And I said, oh, good. I want to as well. So we'll just watch the next episode. Separate, but together. Well, then I figured, okay.
You cannot be trusted.
Okay, I figured, okay, well, we've already had this agreement to watch this episode.
What's wrong with you?
I'm going to go ahead and watch the next episode.
No!
I thought I was being on the same page. Apparently it wasn't, and I was
You're
told,
now an episode ahead.
Yeah. So whenever I said, oh, I watched 2 episodes, he said, well, I only watched 1 because I have the restraint. I wanted to watch 2, but I only watched 1.
It'll never be the same.
Yeah, so what do you do in this situation? You
never speak again. You ghost each other and you never speak again. You cannot be trusted.
I think I just let him watch because I don't want to watch.
Well, first of all, you need to apologize.
I think I said sorry.
No, I mean
or like my bad.
Like, no, that's not apologizing. Saying my bad is not an apology. You need to sit down and sincerely apologize.
I think
Abner says that's low.
It is low and it's bad, but I thought we were on the same page. Okay, well we already watched 1 episode.
If I know anything about you, you thought he was on your page. There is no same page. It's your page.
Well, so I think I'm going to just let him watch.
Oh, you're going to let him.
You're
going to let him
suggest. He watch the episode that I've already watched, without me, because I don't want to watch the episode again. I don't know.
I don't know if you can earn that kind of trust back. You're losing the MBI left and right.
I will say.
It's also a bum move. Guess who my bum of the week's going to be? You.
I usually have restraint when it comes to certain things like this because we're also watching this show called Yellow Jackets. Have you heard about this one?
I have not.
Okay.
How far ahead are you in that one?
No, I am right on track. There are 3 seasons. Season 3 is coming out now, so they're posting each episode weekly. That show's pretty good. It's a plane crash show, but good.
Well, you're taking it on the text line right now. Dustin from Stamps says, "How nice of you to let him DQ."
So should my thing be to watch the episode again because he's the one who went ahead, so I have to watch it twice?
Absolutely, you do, and you have to sit there silently. You can't. You can't do that.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so bad about spoilers on shows.
My God.
Like I have to tell someone.
Maddie in Springdale now voting you bum of the week.
Oh, Maddie.
No, this is going to be... I think we may have a bum fight over this.
Well, yeah. Well, that's my bad, but I thought we were in agreement because we had already agreed to watch one episode.
One episode. Where was the 2 in this?
I just figured I'll just go on to the next one.
Gavin with a point here. The boy in the well needs to parlay this into moving inside.
Yeah.
Now, should the boy in the well get to move ahead on Yellow Jackets 1 episode?
No, I would be upset. And here's why.
Wait a minute.
Here's why.
Wait a minute. You would be upset if
it is
he
a
went...
different situation.
How is it a different situation?
Because the pit only has the pit is very new. And in Yellow Jackets, people are dying. And I don't know who's... So I wouldn't want him to know who's dying without me knowing. Like, watching it at the same time.
Are you hearing yourself?
The Yellow Jacket show is a lot more... I'm a lot more invested in that show because every single episode is hanging on a cliffhanger.
Uh-huh.
And so, to get ahead on that show would be criminal. And I wouldn't do that. Because there are deaths in that show and that are important to the plot. So, I don't think he would go ahead in Yellow Jackets without me.
This is a quid pro quo situation. Fair is fair. Right is right. He should be able to go ahead on Yellow Jackets and then have to sit with you and watch it and go,
That'd be bad. Yeah.
Huh.
But the episodes aren't even posted on until, or put up until Friday. So.
Now, Dustin says you're yourself admittedly bad at not giving spoilers and still watched ahead. Wow. Just wow.
Yeah. On that show, though, it's kind of different because the patients aren't main characters, so it's like...
You're big on double standards, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Hey, Gilligan's right. We don't understand women, and this is why. This is like ground zero for we don't understand.
Yeah. Well, no, so Spa City Chris, there are deaths on this show, but they're not of main characters like this other show. This is why I don't like watching new shows. I don't like watching multiple shows at once. I like to finish them all and then move on to the next one. But now we've gotten ourselves in a predicament.
Kendall from Siloam says this is almost as bad as stealing Lululemon pants. Bond and Harrison says this is hypocrisy at its best.
Thank you.
Guy in Fort Smith was on your side. He was going to say, lighten up, Francis, but you just lost him.
Well, yeah, I feel a little bad. But I thought we were on the same page.
Uh-huh.
That we were already skipping ahead.
You're okay with watching ahead on certain shows, but heaven forbid anyone else does.
Well, the two shows I would say are different.
Okay.
Because this other show, Yellow Jackets, has a lot more at stake.
Great question here.
Each episode.
How long does the boy in the well have to watch the episode before you ruin it for him?
I won't ruin it.
All right.
Plus, it's not, the main characters aren't the ones who are dying. So it's just, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as big of a deal to watch ahead on a doctor's show like this.
High Fat Carnivore says when he was married, he used to watch ahead all the time and just pretend he hadn't seen it so he could ooh and ah at the right moments.
See, but that's the thing. I don't really want to watch the episode twice in 24 hours.
Now, this is a reference that I don't understand, but Jim in Fort Smith says this is a Ross and Rachel. I thought we were on a break all over again.
Let me tell you.
Oh, boy.
I hate Ross and Friends. He is the worst.
David Schwimmer?
I don't have anything against David Schwimmer.
Uh-huh.
But Ross sucks. And Rachel deserved to break up with him. I hated that they got back together at the very end of the show.
Uh-huh.
Because Rachel was in the right. Ross was always in the wrong. And he sucks.
He needs to get better writers.
I mean, the show was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But Ross was so annoying. And he was such a baby.
Uh-huh. Maybe it's because the person that he was dating was watching episodes of a TV show ahead of him and then wouldn't let him watch ahead.
You haven't seen Friends? You haven't seen Friends?
I've never seen an episode
Well,
of
the
Friends.
main thing is why they take a break is because Ross keeps accusing Rachel of cheating on him when that is far from the truth. And then Rachel says, I think we need to take a break. So Ross gets with someone else that night. When they had been dating a year.
You just ruined it for Dan in Bentonville. He hadn't got to the end.
That show is...
Well, now Dan in Bentonville doesn't have anything to watch.
20 years old.
Boy. Yeah, spoiler alert. You just ruined Friends for people who haven't seen it.
If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry.
Yes, guys, listen. You're not getting anywhere with her on this one. It's your fault you haven't seen it. Agreed?
Yeah, Friends is 20 years old.
All right. We're going to cut this segment short. We have something... We dug into the archives and we found something. We're going to play it next segment for you. So we're going to cut this one a little short. We did this by a vote of 2, and because we don't have to talk or anything like that. That's what we're doing next. You are listening to the Ruscin and Zach Show. It is Thursday at 5:15. We will. You want me to keep stretching this? Just keep stretching. You're good? All right. We'll be right back.
Guaranteed satisfaction for at least 4 hours a day.
Does the Viagra have a shelf life?
This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Build your business with a partner you can trust. The Home Depot. When you join Pro Extra, you get lower than shelf pricing and dedicated support to help you streamline your business and stay on budget. Get dedicated pro support for supply sourcing, custom orders, large equipment rentals, and more. At the Home Depot, we supply the support your job needs with the level of service your business deserves. The Home Depot. How pros get more done.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
Hey, it's Zach from the Ruscin and Zach Show. Be sure to join us this Monday, March 17th from 2 to 6 during the Lewis Automotive Group's Ultimate Challenge. 555 cars must be sold in March during this sale. Get the ultimate selection, ultimate savings, ultimate financing, and the ultimate amounts for your trade. It's all going on right now during the Ultimate Challenge at the Lewis Automotive Group. Come see us this Monday from 2 to 6 at their beautiful new facility located at Exit 65 on I-49 in Fayetteville. It's the Ultimate Challenge going on now at the Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
We join the smarter guys at Stith Plumbing and HVAC. Let's listen.
What do people hate most?
Some people hate clowns. A lot hate public speaking.
But everyone hates a cold shower.
Ew! Don't put up with cold water. Call Stith Plumbing and HVAC to check your water heater.
If your water heater has failed, we consider that an emergency. We'll work as late as necessary for you to have hot water again.
Great service is not a myth. Just call Stith Plumbing and HVAC.
Call 751-9691, 751-9691, or online at stithplumbingandhvac.com. Tune in again next time to hear Brett say,
"We'll fix your cold shower. Not much we can do about those clowns."
On the next episode of the smarter guys at Stith Plumbing and HVAC.
Electrical work can be dangerous. Don't let a do-it-yourself mistake lead to a bigger problem. Mr. Sparky's highly trained electricians can handle all of your electrical needs, guaranteeing that your job will be completed safely and within code compliance. Trust the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll leave your home even safer than we found it. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Hey everyone, Braden Webb here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. You may remember me from my days playing baseball for the Hogs. Now I'm hitting home runs for AAA Business Systems and enhancing the ways company do business in our area. If you want to partner with the best office technology provider in Northwest Arkansas, call me today at 479-442-4185. Let's win together, and remember, anything else is just a copy.
All rise. Hey, sports fans, whether you're tailgating or cheering from the stands, life can throw you some unexpected challenges. That's where Jeff Watson at the Watson Law Firm comes in. Since 1982, Watson Law Firm has been the trusted partner for all of your legal needs right here in Northwest Arkansas. From personal injury to family law, their experienced team has got your back. Don't let a legal issue sideline you. Call Jeff Watson, 479-750-7717, or visit watsonlawfirmpa.com. Protecting your rights one game at a time. Watson Law Firm, where experience meets dedication.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshield, and slick road quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance.
479
479
521
521
4220.
420.
Let Sassy's Barbecue cater your next event or watch party. Sassy's had some of the best pulled pork, brisket, smoked chicken, award-winning smoked wings, and baby back ribs there is. And to make the crowd go wild, don't forget Sassy's great homemade sides like mac and cheese, baked beans, and loaded baked potato salad. If you can't make the game, come watch the Hogs at Sassy's Red House on College or on the biggest TV in Fayetteville on Sassy's Patio off Weddington. When it comes to barbecue, catfish, burgers, and more, nobody does it better than Sassy's. Eat, drink, and be sassy.
New deals on last-minute holiday finds just dropped at Lowe's. Save $600 on a Whirlpool fingerprint-resistant stainless steel side-by-side refrigerator. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members save $50 on an Allen & Roth Brighton pull-down kitchen faucet. Your choice of finishes for $79. Lowe's knows deals. Offers valid 12/12 through 12/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowes.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Hello, folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist Darby Bob. 4029, get ready weather forecast. Tonight looks great. Tomorrow is severe because the wind. Picking up tomorrow, the temperatures around 60 degrees on our way to highs in the mid-upper 70s. There could be a spotty storm in the afternoon. We'll have to watch, but it is the wind that's going to be most concerning, gusting 50 to 60 miles per hour, if not stronger. Isolated power outages is a possibility. Wind damage, secure anything outside that could blow around. We'll quiet down, cool off a little bit for Saturday with highs in the 60s. That's your Get Ready Weather, only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. It's Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
A minute and 24 seconds to go in Nashville. Texas A&M leads Texas 78-74. If you're topping on Arkansas 83-80. Loss today in the second round of the tournament. We got baseball tomorrow at 1:30. But we have some news. In what has become a tradition around here, usually around spring-ish, we do our annual porch show. We have a date. Thursday, March 27th. We will be doing our annual. This will be our third porch show. Mm-hmm. And inevitably, we will be outside. Someone will come by, honk, flashes, all sorts of things. However, DQ and I thought we would remind you what happened the last time we did.
Ads in the break prior to this segment have been selling for $25,000 for a 30-second ad, so that's good to know. And also, I feel underdressed.
Yeah, I feel like we should be in a tuxedo.
I know. I feel like this is a prize fight.
I feel like
it should be like
this is like New Year's Eve,
like Jimmy Lennon Jr. We should have tuxes on.
We've got a marriage over in Harrison that's currently on the rocks. Texter of the 870. I've been out of town for 2 days. I called my husband. He said he couldn't talk to me right now because he's listening to your show and waiting for the fart story.
Right. Okay.
DQ, we are holding up marriages.
Well, I'd leave him then. That's what I would do. All right. Well, here we go. On the McLarty Daniel hotline, Kenny in Elkins to tell the moment we've all been waiting for. Hi, Kenny.
Hi, guys. How are y'all?
Great.
Okay, so...
Kenny, there aren't words that we can use right now. The floor is yours.
What, you want us to get right to it?
Yes.
Okay, so this happened a few years ago. There used to be this pizza joint up the road that's got the red top that no longer lets you come in to eat. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Aha, yes.
So they had a lunchtime buffet every day. I didn't go up there real often, but when I did go, I would walk in, go sit down. The waitress would bring me a Pepsi and say, "Here's your Pepsi. I'll put you one in the oven." Okay, so she knew that I really liked thin crust pepperoni pizza.
All right.
So I'm like you, Russ, can play the hits at a pizza buffet.
Absolutely.
So she would put a large thin crust pepperoni pizza in the oven. So I would go to the buffet, nibble around on stuff until the main event came out. Okay, on this particular day, I may have eaten the entire pizza.
Whole thing.
So from that establishment back to my work is approximately 7 minutes. So I left, and as I was driving down the road, the wheels started turning in the old stomach, if you know what I mean. So there had been times that I had eaten at that buffet and had to actually stop in at the drugstore right on the corner to take care of the situation. On this day, I think I can make it back to work. So I drive fast and then a little faster because it's getting pretty serious at this point. So I pull into the parking lot, get out of the car, and at this point, I've got one touch and gotten. So I run inside, come to the first available restroom, and I thought, finally, because you know how it is when you may not necessarily need to use the bathroom really bad until you see a bathroom, and then you really need to go, right?
Yep.
So I go into the bathroom, I get everything lined up and ready to go, and I think I'm hitting the ground running, and I had avoided experimenting because if you've ever experimented and had that go bad before, you know not to do that, right?
Don't gamble.
Yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
gamble.
Never gamble. Never gamble.
Don't gamble. Never gamble. So anyway, I hit the ground running over there, and what I thought was going to be some action turned out to be the longest fart that has ever been extracted from the human body, I'm sure. If it was 3 seconds, it was 30. I've never heard such a thing. So the problem was, I work in an office environment. About midway through the fart, the door opened. And whoever opened the door, I'm not sure who it was, stood there for a second with the door wide open. So, anyway, it turned out to be a false alarm because nothing happened except that gigantic fart. And at this point, I have to walk out of the bathroom, and when I walk out of the bathroom, there's people looking up over cubicles, sticking their head around the hallway. This is a walk of shame like nothing before, man.
Wow. Zach is in tears. Zach is crying right now.
Let's go to Olivia. Olivia, how you doing?
If you've heard that story once, it's still so good. But what I liked most is while he was telling the story, we didn't get any text.
I know.
People were just listening.
They were
This is
enthralled.
captivating.
Oh, what a tale.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
So, I've had to hang my head in shame for a few years. Fortunately, most of the folks who were there that day don't work here anymore.
Oh, okay.
So I finally outlasted that shame. And, I don't know who's listening to the show right now because I told everyone that there was a fire and maybe the station had burned down so you wouldn't be on the air at 5 o'clock.
Solar flares knocked us off. Solar flares.
Oh, my gosh.
Solar flare. Today, and I did not have any intention of ever telling this story, especially on air. But when a guy called me today and specifically asked me about that story, I'm like, wow, why did this guy want to know so bad?
The man you have a business arrangement with.
Yeah. We have questions about the business arrangement.
Well, I'm in the waste management business.
Atta kid. Atta kid. There you go.
Yeah.
Did your daughters ever pay off their fine?
Not to my knowledge. No, I still have that right here, as a matter of fact. Yep,
Okay.
still right here.
Right there.
I believe in your daughter's hands right now is a gift certificate to the All-American Steakhouse for you.
Two of them.
Two of them.
All right.
I hope in some small way this will grease the wheel a little bit more with Mrs. Kenny and Elkins, because I know that she and I have no idea why she would try to deprive the world of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hates that story.
Well,
she doesn't hate that story as much as she hates the spider story. The spider story is actually a better story. But
yes, where you killed the spider in in your high school class. There are people now using parts of your story that have become part of their everyday vernacular. If it was 3 seconds, it was 30 seconds.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we're thank you to Mark and Laura from the All American Steakhouse.
Yes, thank you.
Because there are no losers here on Embarrassing Story Time on Ruscin and Zach. So enjoy all of the treatments on the of the All American Steakhouse there with the gift certificate. So that's
has there ever been a more anticipated time on your show?
Never.
No, never.
And we've talked to coaches and kings.
We had Bob Goulet switch schools.
That's right.
And no, it was not this anticipated.
That's right.
Well, that's the story.
There is an argument going on the Twitter on the text machine right now about what their favorite part was. The consensus seems to be the guy opening to the door mid-fart.
You can just see that man's face in your mind, can't you?
Yes, I can.
Kenny, can I put this in the podcast or no?
Especially since I have a fairly good idea who it was.
Yeah.
It was potentially the vice president of our company.
Oh, man. You think he'd use the executive washroom?
Yeah.
But maybe not. He likes to be with the people. Kenny, do I have permission to put this in the podcast?
Sure, it's on YouTube, so it's out there anyway.
Okay,
There it is.
Fair
That's a
enough.
good point.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you.
You bet.
All right.
See you later.
Kenny and Elkins. There it is.
DQ,
There it is.
how are things in your family group chat right now?
My sister said that she was crying.
We're all crying.
We need to make this a regular thing where weekly someone tells an embarrassing story and they get a prize at the end, a gift certificate to some sort of establishment or whatever.
Greg has DM'd us. He was eagerly anticipating the fart story, and he says, my 14-year-old son just uttered the words, "This is the greatest show on radio." Greg says his work is done.
Out of the mouths of babes. This text coming in here. Great. Now I can get the team to focus on the game tonight. Signed, DVH. All right. They're listening in the Hunt Center.
gosh.
Okay, good. Wow. All right. Wow. So there it is. I wonder if that guy still thinks I'm a loser now.
Don't worry about that. Here's a text out of the 870. I've listened to this show since day one. Best day ever.
Wow.
Jeff Clift, sales manager in Hot Springs.
Our
says,
guy.
This is great.
All right. Yay. All right. It's always good to have the sales team on your side. All right.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, there it is, everybody. Now you react to it. There's the moment. Now you react.
Abner is reporting that DJ Wagner has a pen in hand and will be inking later tonight.
I'm reporting him as an Arkansas lean. Arkansas lean, after hearing that story. That's what I'm reporting.
Ricky in Boonville is glad that he pulled over. He may have crashed.
Yeah, I mean, there may be some incidents out on your local road. Just be careful out there.
Aaron in Fayetteville wants to coin the phrase, if it was 3 seconds, it was 30 on a T-shirt.
We'll put that in our merch store when we open it up one day.
Oh, my gosh.
By the way,
Paul says this is the day Arkansas stood still.
It really was.
It really was.
It was bizarre. It was like we died. There were no
We got
texts.
no texts.
None.
I've never seen that.
Me either,
Everybody just went silent for like 9 minutes.
A woman at the salon told us to keep it down out here.
Who did?
One of the workers.
Sorry about that.
I don't know. I don't know who it was. She said, keep it down out here.
Nate says this is the radio we deserve.
That's right. Yes. Yes. We'll see if the Razorbacks can top that in a little less than 90 minutes when they take on Mississippi State out at the Baumgartner
The
Stadium.
day Arkansas stood still.
Really, we had it. We had it all right there. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? That's wild. That's
DQ,
wild.
I don't think you have to worry about it not living up to the hype.
That's good. I was a little scared. We hyped that up a lot.
Ty will be telling an embarrassing story about flatulence on Monday on the Morning Rush.
Hit the ground running. DQ, does he use phrases like that all the time? Because there were some in there I'd heard, like touching cotton, which some people latched onto. But everybody, if you say if it was 3 seconds, it was 30 seconds, everybody knows that feeling. It just took forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much talks like that all the time.
Okay.
DQ's version, she told us it was like 45 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
So man, the look on that man's face that poked his head in the door. Can you imagine?
Here's a text out of Delaware. Mowing and laughing at the same time is difficult.
Well, you're not going to get you're going to get crooked lines here. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah. This is
wow. That's the story of the year.
No
on
question.
Ruscin and Zach.
No question.
And
no question.
We will remember that for a long time. You'll remember where you were on the 10th day of May, 2024.
Hey, those of you stuck on 49, you can move now.
That's right.
Everybody can move.
Keep the line moving here.
BE like the phrase, then the wheels started turning.
Right. They knew him so well there. They had his own pizza in the oven.
Was it a bad day when they closed there?
Well, see, pre-COVID, he went there a lot. So.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what's odd? And an odd coincidence. It's not irony. The one time I've seen Kenny and Elkins in the wild was at a pizza place.
Yeah. Well, no, he came by the stadium shop.
Oh, that's right. But I did
Right.
see him, and he didn't know I was in the booth behind him at a pizza place one
Here
day.
is a
He loves
text.
pizza. His
Here's a
favorite food ever.
text out of the 712. That's Iowa. I love my Omaha sports radio, but you have converted me full-time since I moved to Baxter County.
All right. Hey, look at there.
Big,
Hey.
flat South Baxter County. All right.
There you go. The governor has called and would like, for the preservation of culture in our state, would like a copy of this story to be put in the archives at the
Kenny will be knighted, a sir, in the
That's
state
right,
of
yes.
Arkansas for that.
He'll get a monument on the Capitol ground.
Here's somebody that missed it. You can catch it. It'll be on the podcast. It's also on the
We
on
have
YouTube.
permission, yes.
Yes, we do.
We have permission, yes, we do.
Here's Paul would like that story in the Arkansas Library of Congress. Do we have one of those?
Mullins Library on the U of A campus is called. They would like a copy for their archives, please.
Chaz checked in late, but thank God, he says, it was in time for the fart story.
Yeah. See, you can't miss anything
No.
around here, you know?
You never know. You just never know.
Second attorney is giving Kenny the podium.
Oh, okay. All right. There it is. We found the podium. That's what Kenny gets, a $19,000 podium.
Way to go, Kenny.
All right.
All right.
Now, DQ, are you going to have to manage him tonight? You know, if you see him this weekend, you know, he's going to have a big grin on his face. So you're going to have to, manage him a little bit?
Yeah, I'll have to, work security.
Well, at some
Everyone
point this
coming up to
weekend,
him.
dinner's at the All-American Steakhouse, I
Yeah.
think, too. So that's pretty good. That is good. What, the crab dip?
Yeah. Oh, get the crab dip.
Yeah,
get the crab
that's
dip. Kenny, get the crab dip.
Yeah,
Promise.
please. Yeah,
here's somebody who wants to put it in the Pryor Center of Records.
That's right, yes, with the KATV archive.
Right.
Yeah.
NPR is calling. They'd like to do an Ozarks at Large on him.
Yeah, we've got Randy Dixon on the phone from the archive at the Pryor Center wanting to copy of
Here's
that.
somebody that thinks that one of the stalls at Razorback Stadium should be named after him. Okay, for his service.
When they renovate Bud Walton Arena, maybe make that happen. There you go. Your drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach. All these texts flooding into the McClarty Daniel hotline here on Ruscin and Zach. Oh, man, what a day. What an
Water
hour.
Cooler Monday will not be the same this Monday.
Wow. We've done it.
Yeah. I feel like we've accomplished something today. For the first time in a long time, I feel as if we've accomplished something.
Can we go home now?
Is my car here?
Yes, I see.
Oh, okay. My car's all black. I thought somebody stole my car.
No.
Okay.
We've had some interesting characters roll by, but I don't think anyone's stolen your car yet.
Okay, we had this person pull up, then back out, then
Yeah.
pull back in, and then back out, drive to the end of the parking lot, and then drive back past us.
Yeah. Yeah. But she got a good-looking hairstyle when she came out of the
Yes, she
salon
did.
over there.
Yes, she did.
Looked very nice. They did a great job over there.
Is there a chance, DQ, that he would let us do a 30 for 30 on that?
Oh yeah, probably.
What have I told you?
Our DQ, is your family concerned that people will now follow him to the bathroom?
Wow.
Oh God.
It's just these are questions that we need.
Wow. Okay.
Chuck Dovish will be calling in shortly, I'm sure.
Traveling Arkansas. Or exploring Arkansas. That's the new show.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. All right.
Yes.
I'm trying to run something down here.
What are you trying to run down?
Well, I think someone's messing with us, but it would be the perfect capper to this bit if
Okay.
it's true. So I am efforting.
No, that's not it. That's not a thing yet.
Okay, darn it.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry about them. DQ, would your dad be willing to maybe go out with us at some point and sign rolls of toilet paper?
He probably would want to. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we'll bring Kenny with us next time we're out and about.
That is good. All right.
We've done nothing this period, this segment. You and me, we've done nothing.
Matt and Favo wants to call it Flatulence Fridays.
Okay.
All right.
Bailey in Denver would like to know, DQ, do you think he now has a higher Q rating than you do? Is he more famous than you?
Maybe he knows more people than I do.
He also had people corner to corner.
Yeah.
I just hope no one at his work bugs him too much about it.
TL says we don't need to hold out for Chuck Dovish. 7 on your side is coming.
Oh man, big time.
Will they seal off the bathroom at his office and just use it as a museum? I mean, it happens.
Like Sam's office up at
right,
5
exactly,
and 9.
exactly. They just seal it off. This is where it happened.
That's what it looked like at the time.
Yeah, good point from Abner, who says we can't agree on something in this country. We've all agreed that Kenny is the greatest.
Yes, what a guy. What a guy to tell that story to all these people.
Hacker would like to volunteer in the 30 for 30 to do the dramatization.
Wow. Yeah, can we make sure put the words on the screen like they used to do on the news? This is a dramatization.
Right, this is a dramatization.
They used to do a thing called Crime Stoppers on the news, Zach. Do you know about this?
Yes.
And so they would reenact the crime, and it would put on the screen like this is not actually.
This is.
That's what it would be.
Oh my gracious!
Wow, what a day, huh? This is something else.
It has been something.
All right, way to go, everybody. Okay.
Well done, Kenny. Well done.
All parties involved.
Finally, something we hyped up lived up to the hype.
There you go. All right, 866-285-4005. JW, there's your movie right there.
Yeah.
Right? Just write that. Get the rights and write that story.
Man, wow.
What a day. Hagen Smith has to top that, man.
Good luck.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
This is what's leading the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, the 5, 6, and 10. By the way, we've gotten over 200 texts in 22 minutes about the fart story.
Wow. It's a moment you'll know where you remember where you were.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, the ultimate challenge is back with the ultimate selection, ultimate savings, ultimate financing, and the ultimate amount for your trade. This is the Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Like, there's so much to do here in Arkansas, like going to Gaston's or hanging out.
What a segue, man. Them broadcasting lessons I'm paying for are finally paying off.
Gavin said that you could just trade me for half a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah, give me the pickles on that half. The Chick-fil-A sauce will go with it as well.
Weekdays from 9 to 11, only on ESPN 99.5 and hitthatline.com.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Take a day off and check out the new and pre-owned rides at Rath Mitsubishi. Right now, qualified buyers can take advantage of rates starting at just 0% for 60 months with approved credit, or up to $4,500 in customer cash rebates on 2024 Outlanders. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B Springdale, rathmitsubishi.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Hey, it's James Teague with the Teague Law Firm. I'm excited to be back on Halftime with Phil and Matt Fridays at 12:15.
For me, I reached a ceiling where if I didn't learn how to throw the hell out of it and start throwing a little harder, I wasn't going to go very far in pro ball. There's always that side of it, too. Of, you hope that your controlled and your commanded stuff is good enough, but a lot of times, frankly, it's not. And so throwing the hell out of it forces you to another level to actually be able to compete.
The Teague Law Firm. If we can't help you, we'll talk baseball.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Looking for the perfect jewelry to celebrate life's special moments? Welcome to Swift Jewelry. At Swifts, we specialize in turning your dreams into stunning reality. Whether it's a beautiful custom engagement ring, a unique anniversary gift, or a special piece just for you, our expert jewelers can craft the perfect masterpiece that tells your story. Come visit us in beautiful downtown Fayetteville next to Hugo's Restaurant or at swiftsjewelry.com. Swifts Jewelry, your personal jeweler since 1956.
Experience the flavors of chef-inspired modern Ozark cuisine at Mockingbird Kitchen in the Evelyn Hills Shopping Center in Fayetteville. Now that the weather is perfect, dine on their patio and enjoy delicious, seasonally inspired dishes from signature favorites to nightly specials. They're open Wednesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner, or if you prefer to stay in, you can order takeout and enjoy at home. Vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options are available. Make your lunch or dinner extraordinary at Mockingbird Kitchen, where great food meets great atmosphere. Mockingbird Kitchen. Modern Ozark cuisine.
It's back, the Ultimate Challenge at Lewis Automotive, and it's bigger than ever. We're on a mission to sell 555 vehicles in the month of March, no matter what it takes. We've got more than 1,000 vehicles to choose from, more than $2 million in discounts, and we're not holding anything back. All month long, get up to $20,000 off MSRP or 0% financing on select models. Payments start at $199 a month. Find the ultimate selection, the ultimate discounts, the ultimate financing, and the ultimate amount for your trade. Only at the Lewis Automotive Group's Ultimate Challenge.
You're not a true Razorback fan until you've tasted Tusk by Goat Lab Brewery, the official craft brewery of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Cool, crisp, and confidently brewed by Arkansas alumni, every sip of Tusk supports your Razorback athletes through the NIL. Get Tusk from your local package store, restaurant, or you can come to the Goat Lab Brewery in Lowell to pair it with their delicious, handcrafted brick oven pizzas. Tusk beer, for when you want a hair of the hog that bit you.
Michelle Smallman here. Do you want to be at the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft. Experience the thrill of the draft firsthand and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't wait. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
ESPN 99.5. The most influential show in Arkansas. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Oh, so much going on. Hope you enjoyed the fart story. We announced that March 27th we will have our third annual porch show. or we sit out on the front porch in the parking lot here at the radio station. You guys can come on and by and honk at us, or if you've got stories that are embarrassing, we're all for that. Texas just beat Texas A&M in double overtime, 92-89, so they will be moving on. Arkansas today, of course, loses 83-80 to Mississippi in the second round. They will head home and rest up, almost assuredly, to wind up in the NCAA tournament. Selection show is Sunday night, I believe. We will have brackets on Monday and all sorts of games and contests as I attempt to get my championship back, which was stolen from me last year, but whatever. Did you learn anything today?
I did.
What'd you got?
I learned that Bruno Mars started at the age of 3 as an Elvis impersonator.
I heard that.
And his uncle was an Elvis impersonator.
I'd heard that. I didn't know that that he was that young, but I'd heard that he had jumped into the Elvis impersonating game. And let's be honest, who hasn't? I learned today, DQ, there are no muscles in your fingers. Their function is controlled by muscles in your palms and forearms. How about that? You have no muscles in your fingers. It's all controlled by your palms and your forearms.
Interesting.
Science is interesting. Science is very interesting. So there you go. That's what I learned today. I think the whole fam's back tomorrow, right? We're all here tomorrow, and we're off the network because baseball got moved up. That's good. We'll make those adjustments. Baseball tomorrow.
Catch us on YouTube.
Yep, we'll be on YouTube. We'll be on the air in Northwest Arkansas. It is 1:30 for the dugout show, I think is what they call it, and then the first pitch is just after 2:00. Ole Miss, first SEC series of the weekend. Get a chance, as Ty said, to get back at them. You know, exact some revenge for knocking you out of the SEC tournament. I haven't asked you, who do you like in the SEC tournament of the teams that are left?
Auburn.
Auburn, really? Seems too cliche.
I mean, yeah.
You're going with Auburn.
I don't know who, especially because they haven't played yet. Who else is?
Well,
on the
Tennessee hasn't played yet. Florida hasn't played yet. And Bama hasn't played yet.
Isn't Tennessee on like the down?
Yeah, it's regular season, Rick. It's about time for them to leave. They are
I'd
the
say
4th seed, if
Auburn.
I believe.
I don't want it to be Texas.
Well, Texas is going to. Well, they just played a double overtime game, beat their arch rival, Texas A&M, and now they'll be moving on into the next round. And you worry about legs and things. I think it's ridiculous. You got to play 4 games in a row. I think that's dumb.
And 5 to win.
Yeah, and 5 in a row if you want to win it. And it's obviously designed.
Yeah,
to.
so if Texas gets to the final and it's against Auburn, maybe I'd want Texas to win because they had to work more to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Austin from Port Smith says the fart story is one of the greatest stories he's ever heard because he is the son of a man who did the exact same thing, only he had contact at a Winn-Dixie bathroom.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's not great. Shout out to my kiddo last night in the 4x400 relay. They finished second over at Central Junior High. Shout out to the kid. Also set a personal record in her shot and discus. Very proud of my kid. And what I found out late last night was that you used to run track.
I ran track 1 year in the 7th grade because it was the first year you could run track and like everyone was doing it. They did not, because I'll say this before we run out. Elkins did not have a track at the time, so all we could do is run laps around the school. And no one told me. I knew the rule about how once you get by the first bend in the track in the 4x4 or the 400 at all, you can move to the inner lane. What they didn't tell me is that you could stay there the whole time. So I was on the outside lane and I moved into the inner lane, and then I moved back to the outside lane for the final 100.
Wow.
Or the final 100 yards.
Okay.
Because no one told me that was not.
Yeah, your mom sent pictures last night, and she said, my babies ran track.
Kiddo ran cross country and that was more respectable, her doing that, than me running track.
Around the school. In the outside
we could
lane.
only run, everyone got shin splints, because we were running on concrete, and it was bad.
Okay, we've got an encore presentation of the Ruscin and Zach Show coming up next hour. Bye.